How dare you say that Indiana's program is not going to have a pro day aired again? That's something else.
It's a good take. I like that.
Let me just say this. Excuse me. Let me just say this. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the first overall pick in this draft. And today, watching him, just look at him throw, man. Look at him fake here, and then he throws on the run in his shorts, and there's no one chasing him around. And he's highly impressive. He's going to be first overall, and it'll be awesome to watch his career. It'll be fun. If you think this is the end of Indiana football, that they've just had their one shot at fame and fandom.
Oh, they're not making the playoff next year.
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that right now.
So they're a powerhouse now?
Powerhouse.
Yeah, they're a powerhouse, TJ. Yeah, they are.
Come on.
This dude is not messing around. He is. What's the matter with you people?
You don't. Gosh, man, bless you to have this positive attitude.
Why is it? It's not positive attitude. I see what he's cooking up.
It's been 2 years.
Right.
A dynasty does not make.
Okay. They're going to be one of the excellent Big Ten teams again this fall. They're going to win double-digit games.
I will take all of it.
And they will also be in the mix for the college football playoff.
We're allowed to bet now, you and me. Well, I've always been.
I'm not used to that.
You are allowed to bet now.
Just let me
so
go.
I will take all of this action from you.
Let me just find this out before I start doing it.
Yeah, because we can't have him get messed up, Chris.
There's some human resources traps that I need to continue to run here before I'm fully aware of what I can and cannot do.
Don't listen to Chris. I'm trying to keep us
and after
employed
23 years, I'm very rusty on this sort of stuff. But I do believe my unfrozen caveman lawyer days are over.
Yeah, you're not frozen.
I don't know. I don't understand what you mean by this.
I like that.
All right.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hey. Welcome to Before the Growl. I'm Mason. Marcus Grant is here in place
And you don't
of
need
John
headphones,
Ireland.
Marcus. It's just
Awesome.
the three of us in here.
Fantastic. And Em is here. Have you been part of a Before the Growl before? It's a magical experience.
I am looking forward to it.
Something like you never get anywhere else.
Nope. So, Emily, you are watching what I think is the second best film noir picture of all time. Great L.A. story, great L.A. movie, L.A. Confidential.
Yeah, so I started watching it last night. It's on LA Times. I think it's the best. This is the best LA movie of all time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, let me just fire this up. It's free on Amazon Prime right now. And so I started watching it before the Dodgers and Lakers game started. But I started it kind of late. So I got about like an hour into the movie and then I had to stop it. So no spoilers for how it ends.
No spoilers.
But I was watching it. It was interesting to me. One, that Russell Crowe has the Freddie Freeman haircut, which is
very funny. It's very true.
It's a choice. And like, it's funny because I only really know Guy Pearce from The Brutalist, and then I saw him in this.
Yep.
And so I haven't really seen a lot of Guy Pearce things. Russell
No
Crowe,
Memento?
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I mean, I'll get to it eventually. And then with Russell Crowe, obviously, I'm familiar with Russell Crowe.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm asking you guys, who is a good comp? If they had to remake this today, who is a similar person to Guy Pearce and to Russell Crowe that would be in a film noir today? Like a Austin Butler, like...
I could see Austin Butler.
The name that jumped out to me was Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
In which role?
In the
Guy
Russell
Pearce?
Crowe. I think in the Russell Crowe.
Yeah, in the Russell Crowe
role.
is good.
Yeah.
And Guy Pearce was like younger, right?
He's the younger, fresh face. So it has to be like a clean-cut guy, wears his glasses, takes off his glasses, obsessed with his looks. And then obviously the Kevin Spacey role, who would be Kevin Spacey as
Anybody
well?
but.
Well, of course. But who would be it today?
Yeah.
Like kind of sleazy, also self-obsessed.
So I'm trying
a little older.
For Guy Pearce, it would be 30s actor.
Yeah. Like
in his 30s.
Like me, even late 20s I could take, but probably 30 to 32. And then the Kevin Spacey character would be probably like a late 30s, early 40s.
Mm-hmm.
How about Robert Pattinson?
As Guy Pearce or as Kevin Spacey?
Guy Pearce.
I think he's too old. He's honestly, what is he, 38?
I don't even know.
I think he's up there. I think he's honestly closer
How
to 40.
about, I just Googled. How about Barry Keoghan?
Maybe it was the.
He's
maybe
not
the guy,
pretty enough.
He's not
He's
pretty
kind of no. Yeah.
Joe Keery.
Ooh.
I could see Joe Keery.
I was thinking Stranger
not as
Things,
talented.
but maybe Noah Schnapp.
I don't
no,
know Noah
no more
Schnapp.
Noah Schnapp and anything.
Really?
Don't like
Are
him.
we done with Noah
Noah
Schnapp?
He's there's
He
a
was-
lot of
he was-
there's
he
a
was
lot of
Will
reasons to be
in
on Noah
Stranger
Schnapp.
Things.
He's just not a good actor,
Yeah.
so that's
All right,
why.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not putting Timothy in this.
No,
No,
he's
no.
too, he's
but
too
they're
big.
also too big. Like compared to Russell Crowe was in a great streak at this point when he was doing all
he
these.
was
but
on a roll.
like that's why it's like maybe an Austin Butler in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just going when I was watching. I was like, this is really interesting. These guys in a certain part of their career. Also, James Cromwell is he supposed to be Irish or is it just James Cromwell not doing a good American accent? Because he has a strong brogue.
I think
No, he is doing a slight brogue because
Okay.
I know
Okay.
James a little bit, Jamie a little bit, and
Yeah.
he has a straight up American.
And I
accent.
love seeing him in anything I see him in. I was just like, oh, that's
he's
interesting
so
that he
good.
had a little bit of an Irish brogue there. I'm liking it so far. I would say like noir is not my favorite genre.
Yeah.
It's not my go-to. I don't really love a crime thriller in general.
No.
I will like the top tier. I'm sure I'm gonna like this, but it's just not necessarily what I go
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But I like seeing LA in this perspective.
Me too.
Yeah.
I like watching.
feels like
from
real LA.
This era, the Chinatown era, the LA Confidential
But even like
era.
just like you can clearly tell they filmed it in LA,
Oh,
in
absolutely.
neighborhoods I'm aware of.
Oh,
That, I mean,
sure.
obviously have changed since this movie came out, but like not entirely.
No, and I saw this movie. I was in college when it came out, and I remember being like, now I want to hit a lot of these spots.
Yeah.
I was living in and around LA. Like I'm like, I need to go have a drink at the Formosa.
Yeah,
You
Right.
know,
Have
stuff
you
like
been
that.
to the Formosa?
Haven't, but I know where it is.
Yeah, real spot.
Yeah.
Real spot.
I've been there. That's
It's-
where
It's kind of gotten gentrified.
I'm trying to remember
I think,
where
over
they
the
are.
years.
we know that Kim Basinger's in it at this point, right?
I don't really. She has started hooking up with Russell
Okay,
Crowe,
got it.
but
yeah, I don't want
I
to
don't
get
really
that.
But
know
you were,
much
you
more
were.
about
I mean,
it.
her
Yeah.
character has been introduced.
She was playing
Yeah.
kind of like a Veronica Lake type.
Yeah.
well, yes, she says I'm looking like Veronica Lake.
There you
If
go.
someone says I don't look like her,
Okay.
but yes, she's seductress is what I know
Yeah.
about her at least.
Yes.
But anyway,
So
time to start the show.
last night though, good for you that you snuck in a movie or part of one because man, it was must see between the Lakers dismantling Cleveland and Shohei just blowing away the Gardos. I mean, it was a great night of sports TV.
I was split screen.
And we'll get to that during our show.
Oh,
'cause we
yeah,
got
that's
our
what's
Oh.
coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Marcus in for John. Stick with us on the YouTube and on the app and on the radio.
Your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year free closer rate is 5.875% rate in APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com to exchange higher payments for lower ones.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol. Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
ESPN 710 Los Angeles.
Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason in Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
Mason Ireland. Best show on the radio.
Here we go, Wednesday, the 1st of April. April Fool's Day, sucker.
Hey,
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
Should we hear from Johnny I from last night as the Lakers beat the Cavs? Play the sound.
Final score, Lakers 127 and the Cavs 113. And Michael, If this was the midterm, here comes the final Thursday night in OKC.
Yes, indeed. Johnny I's right. We get ready for Lakers Thunder tomorrow night in OKC. Johnny I's not here, but Marcus Grant from NFL Network is here. And Mace is here, of course, too.
Gypsy Doo between his legs.
By the way, April Fool's Day was kind of yesterday for Mace when he tried to do the cornhole thing.
0 for 10.
Oh, for 10. It is a final.
0
for 10,
Mason. 10. I'm hanging up.
Yeah, not good, Mace. Not good. Guess Mace isn't good at cornhole. We thought he was.
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
Producer Emily's here, Brian Cohen, the social team in the back, and you. Let's have some fun and frivolity on April Fool's Day. Oh, and the Dodgers.
So with that said, let's get this going.
Man, tough day for Cleveland, huh? Lose to the Dodgers and the Lakers last night. Let's get to it. The biggest show on the radio. Oh. Mason in Ireland.
Yeah.
Your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. What's up, people? BC, Marcus Grant in for John today, and last night was a glorious night of TV. It was really, really difficult to figure out what to put on the big screen and what to put on the iPad. And my system became to change the big screen to Shohei when he was pitching. And then when he was done pitching, when the Dodgers were at the plate, then I'd put the Lakers on the big screen.
Okay.
Although it got a little bit easier as the Lakers really did dismantle Cleveland last night. Like, it was nice that Luka only had to play 33 minutes, and still look what he did in 33 minutes. I mean, it's just, we have got two really, really good teams that we're watching right now. And I hope people realize, how cool it is. The Shohei thing is just,
it's unbelievable.
It's just ridiculous.
It's unbelievable to the point that now when Shohei says he wants to do a thing, it's like, okay, he's like when he came out, in spring training and said, I want to win a Cy Young. I was like, oh, well, congratulations on winning the 2026 Cy Young.
Yeah, I mean, whatever he does, whatever he puts his mind to, it seems like. And weirdly, not only does he have the longest scoreless inning streak as a pitcher at 22 2/3 going back to last year, he also has the longest active on-base streak in Major League Baseball, 36 games going back to last year, which is just absurd.
Yeah.
That is just absolutely absurd.
I think, what's the quote, you never remember the good old days until they're gone. But,
Sure.
I think this is one of those moments where we're all watching Shohei and being like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think the further away we get from it, the more incredible it will seem. But it's kind of nice to recognize something special happening as it is happening.
Yeah, no question. And 6 innings, 1-hit baseball. Come on.
And I don't even think he was his sharpest. He walked 3 guys or a couple of moments. Maybe it was the rain. Maybe it was the muddy mound.
Yeah, the rain was weird, and he did wrestle. Everybody struggled with the mound thing, and they had to throw the dirt on top of the mound.
And there was a couple times where I had to stop because there's a couple injuries because players were fouling things off of themselves, which was a lot. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but people are just having so much fun with all of Shohei's expressions.
Oh,
yes.
It was
He's
a lot.
meme. My dad texted me. He's like, Shohei could never play poker. His face is way too expressive.
Yes. I actually find that to be one of the most charming parts of Shohei. He's got such an easy smile. I love how he greets the umpire when he comes to the plate, greets the opposing catcher.
He's almost like childlike in positive ways. He's a fully grown adult. He is whatever, but it's almost like this childlike wonder for a sport he loves to play.
I love that he checks on people after foul balls.
Yeah, he does. He was worried about one guy. He's like, oh, are you okay? No, there's a politeness to Shohei that you generally don't see in professional. In life, you don't see that level of politeness sometimes.
I think it's so different, too, with the Dodgers. Because with the Angels, not only was he guarded, there just seemed to be a wall around him. And maybe it's being in a clubhouse where he's surrounded by other superstar level athletes. That's, I still think the Ippei thing forced him to kind of bring his walls down a little bit. But it's great. We're getting to see a side of Shohei that we didn't know for the 7 years he was down with the Angels.
Yeah. By the way, Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitching for the Dodgers tonight. This will be the first moment in Major League Baseball history when Japanese starters went back to back to back in a rotation, which is crazy to think about.
You brought up something in our meeting, Marcus, about that scoreless inning streak for Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it, 22 2/3 innings so far?
22
scoreless?
2/3.
So Oral holds the longest scoreless inning streak in MLB, right? At like 59 innings, 59, is that correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you asked us, or you talked about, I think, with Travis, if it's because Orioles was all in one season,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Does it matter more or less that Ohtani stretches over 2 seasons because it only counts regular season? What do you guys think?
Well, if
I know we're only halfway
right,
there.
we're only halfway. We got a ways to go, but I think it would not be as impactful as Orioles. It still would be stunning.
Yeah, it is hard to say that it would be the same because it is stretched out over such a long period. But I also think that with as good of hitters as we have today and that sort of thing, I think it's impressive. And my thing is, look, if somebody's going to break it, let's keep it in the family.
Yeah,
keep it in the Dodger family, if nothing else.
So to me, the operable number is 167. 167.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number of innings thrown in 2021 when Corbin Burns won the Cy Young Award. That's the fewest number of innings a starting pitcher has thrown while winning a Cy Young Award. Of course, there have been a couple relievers. We don't count those. But as a starter, can he get to 167 innings pitched?
Possible, but that seems like the upper limit of what they may get from him this year.
Let's say, are we saying 6 innings to start?
Yeah. 6 innings to start, but I don't know that he gets to 30 starts just because they're trying to keep him, on a 6-day schedule.
25 starts puts him at 150.
150.
Innings.
He's never hit 167 innings pitched in his career.
Right.
At least in MLB. I don't know about Japan.
But does he get a Shohei discount? Do they say, yeah, but I mean, look, he hit 50 home runs too. Do we give him benefit of the doubt? Because, even though he doesn't have as many. I think it all comes down to this. It comes down to, does somebody just shock the world? Does Christopher Sanchez have an unbelievable year? Or does, any other number, Yamamoto, these guys, if they have big years?
He has to be better than Yamamoto as a pitcher.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be difficult. I think that's the difficulty of anybody but Ohtani winning the MVP and the Dodgers. For let's just throw out Kyle Tucker has a fantastic year. He has the hill to climb of being over his own teammate in order to win the MVP. So I think for Cy Young, it's an uphill battle for Ohtani just because he has Yamamoto on his team as well.
I personally think Yamamoto is much more likely to win the Cy Young Award than Shohei Ohtani, and I actually think Yamamoto, I would make the favorite to win the Cy Young Award.
I think so. I think he is. I mean, I think if you're looking at the National League,
Skeens is tough to beat.
It's Yamamoto, it's Skeens. Although, Skeens blowing up in his first start of the year.
Skeens just detonated on his first start.
That puts him a little bit behind the 8 ball. But, yeah, I think Yamamoto, certainly on the Dodgers, is probably the favorite. But I just, again, 50-50 for Shohei was a side quest. It wasn't a goal. And so now I look at this Cy Young thing as another side quest for Shohei. And, why bet against him now?
See, I think he's got 2 spots open on his mantle. One is for the Cy Young Award, and the other one is for a World Series MVP.
Yeah.
Then I think it's all. Then he's got his mantle is absolutely
he's
full.
got all
Can't
the
think of
Infinity
anything
Stones
else
at that point. Yeah.
Although a Gold Glove is not in his future.
World Series MVP.
World Series MVP. Yeah, I think that's in his future.
Yeah.
By the way, Andy Paz off to a really good start, huh? Had 2 RBI singles last night. He is. What is he, 6 of 18 to start the year?
He also almost killed Kyle Tucker on the outfield
Yes,
again.
he did.
Kyle to talk to Kike about that one.
That was another crazy, line they took to that ball and almost collided. And Max Muncy hit home run number 1. And again, tonight it's Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Lakers, let me tell you something. They have, to a shocking degree, turned their season around from where they were in February when they were scuffling. This March has been historic, and Luka Doncic, obviously, another monster night last night. Luka Doncic goes for 42 points last night, 13 of 26, 6 of 13 from 3 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals, and amazingly, 0 turnovers.
Wow.
0 turnovers. This guy has certainly made a case for MVP. I don't know if he gets there. I think his name is certainly more in the conversation than it was on February the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is firmly inserted into the race. I still think it's probably Shea's to lose. But I wonder now, tomorrow night could well be. Let's just play the game. Okay, play the game.
Let's let it happen. Let's see what happens.
So tomorrow night, Lakers OKC, best team in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Lakers win and Luka goes for 50.
right?
How does that change the conversation?
I think you get a little more of a horse race
Yeah.
there. I think there's 4 names really involved, and you can put Shea maybe at number 1, but Luka's involved, Jokic is involved, just because Wemby's involved.
Luka.
I think it's a 4-man race at this point. I think Shea sort of has the advantage, but this next week, 2 weeks, really could change that. And I think to your point, if Luka puts up another 50 spot against OKC, and Shea is good, not great, I think that changes the conversation greatly.
By the way, the ceiling for this team is raised so much with a win tomorrow night at OKC, because all of a sudden you look at them and say, well, just saw them beat OKC. Don't count us out in a 7-game series against the Thunder or maybe the Spurs, because I think ultimately they'll I think they're probably going to run into San Antonio in the second round of the playoffs. Ideally, hang on to the 3 seed, get Houston in the first round, and then you've got San Antonio. And the scouting report on them is they're really good.
Yeah, they're
really, really good.
And I think the conversation, the narrative to this point has been that in the 3 seed, we know the Lakers can beat all those teams below them. We've seen them beat, the Denvers, the Minnesotas, all those teams. The question is, do they stack up over the course of 7 games against San Antonio and against Oklahoma City? Because they're not going to catch the Spurs for that 2 seed at this point.
No.
But a win in Oklahoma City opens some eyes.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not sold that they beat them in a 7-game series, but you're like, oh, the door is open.
Yeah,
possibility is there.
Exactly.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. We're going to get into a lot of that today, a lot of Dodgers. Also, a little bit later on, Frank Caliendo is going to be here and in person. He's really funny in person. I always like to say with Frank, give me the new stuff.
Right.
Give me the new stuff, Frank. We'll get him to do the old stuff, but I want to hear what he's working on now, too. So that's coming up for you in a little while as well. By the way, I love the Dodgers more than anything, but I got a bone to pick with them coming up. And let me mention that Laker fans, our Lakers ESPN LA 710 and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party tomorrow, April 2nd at Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Get here early to catch the live pregame show with ESPN LA starting off at 5. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. There will be giveaways and photo ops, and the championship trophy is going to be there, all kinds of stuff. So, again, that is tomorrow, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown L.A. Mason in Ireland, Marcus Grant is in for John, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
In that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, LA, it's Beto Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Your trade-in is your down payment. It's a limited-time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondries and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 iForce 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed. Double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in. Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
So last night was another big bobblehead night at Dodger Stadium. It was the Yoshi bobblehead,
yes,
in honor of Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the Mario Brothers movie, which is coming out this week. Good cross.
Did you see the
promotion
social
thing.
video they posted with Yamamoto and Yoshi, and then Donald Glover comes walking in?
Oh, no, I didn't
And they all
see
do
that.
the Spider-Man pointing meme at each other.
Very funny.
So, yeah.
Very cool. So I had a friend there last night, and he started texting me as he got to the game and stuff, and he told me this story about bobbleheads. I welcome to the show now my friend. I don't think we're using your name. We're just calling you my friend, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So my friend is on the line. So you texted me last night, and you told me that describe the situation. You bought a ticket to the game from the Dodgers. It was not secondary market, right?
Yeah, it was right off their site. And yeah, I bought 2 tickets actually.
And what was the cost of the tickets?
It was $165.
For two combined?
Two? No, for one.
For one.
So each.
Okay. Now, what came along with that was a complimentary bobblehead. Do you like the bobblehead that you got?
I never got a bobblehead because they only offered it to the first 40,000 people who go through the turnstile.
I don't understand why this is, why they would not. And what was how many people were like irritated and bothered and upset that they didn't get a bobblehead?
There were a few. I mean, there was a long line already when I was getting in, and some guy yelled out, "I better be getting my bobblehead." But I think it's the norm. We're so conditioned to accept this. But, I'm disappointed because, I'm a Mario fan, and I actually came an hour earlier before game time. I thought an hour earlier should be good enough, but I guess not.
Guess not. And here's the thing. You also pointed out last night that maybe one of the reasons you didn't get one is that they have this new early entrance ticket that they're selling at Dodger Stadium, right?
Yeah, I believe you can get in a couple hours earlier, and they even advertise it as here's a way to beat the rush of getting promotional items.
It's like Fast Pass for Dodger Stadium,
right.
basically.
And the cost of that ticket is $42.25. So in order for you to get your bobblehead, you would have had to spend $165 plus $42.25 for the early ticket to guarantee yourself the Yoshi bobblehead, right?
Yeah, and not only that, I have to show up 2 hours earlier. So,
right.
It's just early entry.
Now, if you had a message for the Dodgers, what would it be?
I think these prices, I understand, all teams do this. They have, like, let's say the Yankees come into town or the Giants come into town. They charge more for their tickets. But when you're charging for a giveaway, I think everyone should get one. I know they're doing that with the Ohtani. They're like, they had some guy say, with Ohtani bobbleheads, everyone gets one, so you have to come in early. But if you're going to charge $100 more a ticket, I think it's a ripoff.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're not giving everyone one.
It's a bad situation, and I don't understand why it goes on. Thank you, friend of Steve Mason. Appreciate you calling. So, yeah, I mean, this does bother me.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, it's the richest organization in professional sports, arguably. And, huge payroll. Everybody pays a little extra because Dodger tickets are a little more expensive this year than they were last year. And you get there an hour early and you think you're going to get the bobblehead, and then you don't get the bobblehead because other people spent an extra $42.25 to get in a couple hours early in order to get their bobblehead. There's something wrong with the way this is set up.
No, I'm with you 100% on that. I mean, I to the point, I think everybody should get one, right?
Yes.
Just make it so that if you have a ticket to the ball game and you show up, you get whatever the giveaway thing is. But yeah, the idea that also now there's an extra surcharge to make sure that you get one because you get in early. That's super frustrating. I mean, just because it does take it, one, it's the extra expense. It's also the extra time and effort to try to get there 2 hours early that not everybody can make. It just, it seems unfair.
I can understand too how like some other organizations, they want the first X amount of people through so that X amount of people come to the game.
Exactly.
That's never been the problem with the Dodgers.
Not a problem.
They would all show up to the game. People would happily show up to the game whenever and get the bobblehead. I think it's a way to look about it that isn't specific to the Dodgers. It's ridiculous.
So let me ask you this. I had somebody say, yeah, but if they give everybody one, then they're not going to be valuable.
There's still only like
50,000.
There's still only 50,000 of them in circulation.
Nobody is going to go to college on bobbleheads.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you're not. It's
supposed to be a keepsake. It's supposed to be for you to display in your office, in your home, wherever you want. It's not supposed to be an asset.
Have you been? I don't know. Have you been on eBay though today?
Asset, yeah.
Have you been on eBay this morning?
It's $85. Is the cheapest one I can find. Yeah.
Oh wow.
$85.
I looked
for
it up
a
this
Yoshi
morning.
bobblehead.
The first one that popped up was at $350.
Oh, was it really?
I saw one at $350 this morning. So like 85 compared to what I saw. That's a bargain.
Oh, price crashing, crashing prices for Yoshi bobbleheads on eBay.
The market's collapsed now.
I mean, I just think it. I don't know why they wouldn't give one to everybody. Like they're making the guarantee for the Ohtani bobbleheads this year, so they will avoid the circus. But Yoshinobu Yamamoto is unbelievably popular, World Series hero, and you've got the movie tie-in here. Yeah. People are going to be crawling all over themselves to get it. I just don't understand why you don't make a few more.
And you guarantee everybody in every suite is getting one. All the rich folk in the suite are all getting them.
All the people that paid an extra $42 on top of their ticket price are getting them.
Trust and believe. I worked in minor league baseball, and obviously it's not the same level.
Where'd you work?
I worked in the California League 1 year in Visalia, California.
Oh, I had a friend that played for Visalia.
1 year in Stockton. And, we would do giveaways, but that was also part of the thing. We did giveaways, bobbleheads, whatever they were.
To get people to show up.
Get people to show up. But also, our owner was like, hey, make sure you set some aside for our big advertisers.
Yes.
Make sure you set some aside for, hey, the mayor of Visalia is coming. Like, make sure you set one aside for him. That sort of thing. So
I guarantee you Donald Glover got one.
Oh, of course he got one.
As he should. He's playing Yoshi, whatever. But it's like the real Dodger fans, not all of them got the Yoshi bobblehead that paid a lot of money to get these tickets. It's ridiculous.
Yes, they did. Yeah. And if John was here, he would say
free market capitalism.
Free market capitalism. If they can get it, then they can charge it.
Yeah.
That would be the official. By the way, just because you can
doesn't mean you should
get a certain dollar amount for your ticket doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be squeezing everybody, which I think sometimes is going on here. And this is just, I mean, it's a very cheap thing for the richest organization in sports to do, I think. I wanted to mention one thing here. I saw this story come across last night. The Major League Baseball Players Association has put together an enormous war chest to get ready for the coming lockout. They've got $415 million so far in their war chest. That compares to $171 million back in 2021 or 2020 when they last went into a CBA negotiation. I mean, they are hunkered down to go for a while with this thing, Marcus.
They are, and it frustrates me on a lot of levels. The biggest one being baseball now is as popular as it's been maybe since the McGuire-Sosa chase in 98. And here it is. The owners sort of stand ready to burn it all down right now. And that's really frustrating. Look, I know people probably outside of this market, hate the Dodgers, but people are watching.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, the sport is unbelievably healthy. I mean, World Series ratings are better than NBA
the World
Finals
Baseball
ratings.
Classic was a big deal.
Yeah, 11 million people watch the World Baseball Classic finale.
Yeah.
The game is incredibly healthy. What I don't like is the fact that they're not talking right now.
Yeah.
I talked to Joe Davis about this a couple of weeks ago. He's like, why aren't they in a room right now? And it was pointed out to me that if they do that, then the owners lose their leverage because they're not able to lock the players out. I'm like, well, no. Negotiate, and then if you don't reach a deal, then lock the players out. There's just no excuse for not sitting in a room and talking and hammering something out. I would put them both in a room, the MLBPA and Rob Manfred. They go into a room, and it's got a limited amount of oxygen. And slowly, the oxygen begins to drain out of the chamber, and they've got to have a deal done before they run out of air.
Like a real-time, like a sand thing or whatever?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. What do you think of
one battle after
Natural
another?
hourglass. This sounds like a Saw movie. Like what is it?
I'd like to play a game.
I'd like to play games next spring. All right, coming up next for you, ESPN put out a piece on Jalen Hurts today. I'm telling you.
I would call it a hit piece.
You're calling it a hit piece. All right.
It's a hit piece on Jalen Hurts.
We'll do it coming up next. Marcus Grant's in for John, 710 ESPN.
5 clean sheets in 5 MLS matches. A defense that refuses to break.
Save Lloris on the dive. He tipped it over. Oh, what a save from Hugo Lloris.
The black and gold stand alone at the top of the West. And now, a new challenger steps into BMO Stadium. LAFC hosts Orlando City SC. And downtown LA is ready.
BMO Stadium is absolutely rocking.
Pre-game gets going Saturday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. And it's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need: your child's health. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
Time to sell your house? Call Seller's Advantage at 888-450-AS-IS. They will buy your home with a competitive cash offer. No need for repairs. So you can close in days. 888-450-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Offense Realty DRE number 0191521-2.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plus Pro, April 16th through the 19th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including LPGA Major Champion Hannah Green and 2025 champion Ingrid Lindblad. First responders, military, and kids under 17 get in free. It's more than just a golf tournament. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
Adam Schefter here. You know the feeling when a candidate just stands out? Not just their resume, but their energy. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I'm a babyface and John's a heel.
John's not a heel.
Exactly.
John's the heel.
This is the 1%'s a heel?
He's a heel.
Well, I'm Mr. 1% and I own it.
Back to Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Hey, what a fool believes. So we're playing this in our CB bucket. the umpire who has had a couple of bad days to start the year.
Not great.
He had the 6 overturned ball strike calls.
6 out of 8 overturned, yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Last night, he called Jake Bauers out at first base when
he was clearly.
I mean,
talk to that play real quick, okay?
Yeah.
So there's an error that happens, and the pitcher's covering first base, right? Marcus and Mace?
Yep.
So pitcher's coming first base. First baseman has an error, a wild throw to the first baseman, and it's way off.
Right.
So this guy is safe by a mile.
By a lot.
Because they didn't even attempt to get him out.
Right,
really.
and they claimed that he didn't touch first base. And then when he came back to the bag, he was tagged. I'm like, what are you talking about? What the hell is going on? What were you looking at?
He's not even looking at the play.
But yeah, he wasn't looking at the play and made the call.
I was amazed. First off, obviously there's the blown call aspect of it. But what did the Rays see that they even thought to try to tag him out in the first? Like, was that just a shot in the dark?
Just
like, hey,
finish the play, or like what the Seahawks did, where they just pick up the ball and hand it to the
And
ref.
just-
They don't
yeah,
expect
right.
anything to happen.
I think it was
just
more,
in case.
when you turn, if you turn left, you can get tagged out.
Right?
So I think
Right,
maybe
yeah.
they thought that kind of a thing,
Yes.
and then everybody was shocked when it was like, oh, no, he didn't touch the bat.
But-
So insane.
But I love the fact that both managers were just laughing by
they
the
all
end.
thought it was hilarious. They're like, what the hell is
What
this
is
guy
going
looking
on?
at? I mean, he's having a really bad week. And then, Marcus, you pointed out today that he
caught a foul ball like directly off the mask, had to leave the game. So it's been a rough week.
been a
in
bad
general
week
for
for
him.
I hope
CB
that he
Buckner.
recovers
And we hope
well.
he's doing fine.
But sometimes it's like maybe these are all signs
yeah.
He's not good at his
that
job.
you're no
good at
longer
his job.
needed.
Now, I
here.
said this week, I said, if you get to 50 wrong ABS calls, you should be suspended for a game.
It's like the technicals in the NBA
It's like
sort of thing.
technicals in the NBA. So, CB Buckner, you're on your way. You've got 6 so far. You can get to 50. Now, Em, you think 50 is too low.
I just think it has to be like we don't know exactly how many times each umpire will be put onto the ABS.
Right.
So if everybody gets like 2,000 and it's 50, then that's not the same thing. But if it's like 200 over a course of a season and you have 50, then yes, I consider that as if you're 25% wrong, I think you should have a reevaluation of your role.
Yes. I would like to know at beginning of every game how many ball strikes have been overturned with the home plate umpire. Like, I'd like to know that in advance. Who's the home plate umpire tonight for Guardians, Dodgers? Boy. Guardians, Dodgers. And how many overturned calls have they had?
There is a Twitter user that breaks down umpire stats.
I'm sure
so
there
I'm
is.
sure they're going to add that. To
There has to
Excellent.
be.
Excellent. We will keep track of that. You know who won't promise you a bobblehead and not give it to you? Legends Attic.
Yeah.
ESPN LA back at Legends Attic in Claremont this Friday. That's no, I was thinking it's Thursday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
It's Friday,
update.
April 3rd.
Friday, April 3rd, from 3 to 6 p.m. with DeMarco and Travis. Welcome to welcoming MLB legends Darryl Strawberry and Eric Davis to Legends Attic. You can get out there, enjoy giveaways and special guests, incredible art by Dave Hobrecht at the ultimate sports fan destination. Grab your tickets now at legendsattic.com. You remember that? Eric Davis and Darryl Strawberry in the outfield for the Dodgers.
Yeah, it's a couple of LA guys, too, showing off there.
Was Cal Daniels in that same outfield? I think he might have been. Cal Daniels.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
They got like 2/3 of the Reds outfield to go along with Darryl Strawberry. It was a really interesting time in Dodger baseball. So this is an odd piece, and M says a hit piece, and I kind of agree. Jalen Hurts is how many sources? 12?
So a dozen sources talked to Tim McManus and Jeremy Fowler about the dysfunction and the lack of creativity in the Eagles' offense.
Yep.
And almost all of it is directed squarely at Jalen Hurts and blaming Jalen Hurts for everything. Do you disagree?
I completely disagree. First of all, what are we blaming them for? They've been a very successful franchise the last few years and, in fact, have won a Super Bowl. So what are we complaining about? He has been in a difficult situation because they've changed offensive coordinators now multiple times. He didn't get along with Kellen Moore last year.
He's had a different OC every single year he's been in the NFL.
And weirdly, you know who his OC is going to be this year?
It is?
Former Rams backup
Sean
quarterback
Mannion.
Sean Mannion. Yeah. I don't understand. First of all, I don't like this leaky attack. Attack journalism. This leaky aggressive. I don't want to say attack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that everybody in the organization is privately, without their name attached to it, taking a shot at the starting quarterback. Now, maybe some of this stuff has merit. Maybe he does, I don't know, bog down the offense, I guess is one of the complaints, or doesn't sulks and doesn't have good body language, somebody points out. It's like, I don't care if you've got good body language, bad body language. I just want to see the language in the Super Bowl. And he's gotten there and he's done it.
Yeah, I think the stuff, when I read the article, the stuff about his personality and, they talk about him being sort of closed off and whether he's private or how that comes. Like, that stuff I didn't care about. I don't think that's necessarily relevant or pertinent. I think there's at least a story behind why it is that the Eagles offense has sort of stagnated over the years.
Yeah.
And I think the part about whether it's Hurts's either inability or unwillingness to sort of adapt to new coordinators, I think there's a story there, right? I think there's something to be said for this was an offense that was one of the top ones in the league. Last year, they took a major step back. I think there's something fair there, but I do think there's more than just Jalen Hurts involved in that. It takes more than just the quarterback for an offense to sort of go sideways.
So let me turn this on its head. If there are 12 people that you work with who are ready to talk crap about you, maybe it is you. Maybe it's you.
And they took a huge step back. They had 11 wins last season.
Right.
They got to the playoffs. They lost in the wild card round. Okay. A lot of teams don't even get to the playoffs. I don't understand. Okay. Every time I've taken a shot at the Eagles, I've directed it at Nick Sirianni because he does not have a control of this team. If 12 people in your organization want to talk crap about your quarterback, I blame the organization more than I blame the quarterback.
More than you blame everybody else.
Also, a lot of this seems a little charged. It seems a little charged at one of the few black quarterbacks in the league that his body language, his sulking about Jalen Hurts. I'll just put that out there for one.
That's fair.
But I also think I want to correct myself on one thing. They did have a repeat year with their OC, and that's the year they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
He's been successful when he's had the same offensive coordinator 2 years in a row. I don't blame him for turning internally.
Right.
When they overturn all the time, there is no consistency in that organization, which I think is the real problem here, and not Jalen Hurts.
But if there was a big article about, let's say, about me and John, and there were 12 people in this organization, ESPN LA, who were willing to, off the record, say crap about us, would that not say something about us?
It would say something about how your coworkers view you. And I don't know if that's necessarily you or the bad environment in which your coworkers have created.
So I'll give you a counterpoint to this, and you can do with it what you will. You talk about the change in offensive coordinators, and the name that immediately popped into my head was Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
And he's another guy who has had offensive coordinators repeatedly. Now, Baker can sort of have a chip on his shoulder consistently.
Yep.
But I don't recall seeing any pieces where you have a bunch of people going anonymously, maybe because Baker just tells people how he feels about them directly. I don't know. But I've never seen a piece like that. So, again, maybe it's to Steve's point, to Mason's point here, that maybe there's just something about Jalen Hurts that kind of rubs people the wrong way. I also think there's an A.J. Brown factor in here, too.
I'm assuming he is one of the sources.
I
would
bet
like all of my money on him being one of the sources. I will say, they start this piece by talking about the fourth down play in the playoffs against the 49ers, and where it seemed as if Jalen Hurts was pushing for a 4-vert play, and the other guys around him now seemingly they were like, was that the right call? Is there a lack of creativity with the Eagles, Marcus? I know you cover NFL closely. Mm-hmm. Can you say on the field if there is something to the merit of the Eagles are not changing over time?
I think that's, for me, and I don't pretend to be a tape grinder, but just sort of watching them, it has looked like the Eagle offense has stayed the same despite the number of coordinators they have had. And I think, one of the things that I thought was sort of fair game in that article was talking about how Jalen Hurts is sort of known to change the play, maybe in excess sometimes. And I think it just speaks to either, again, an inability or an unwillingness to sort of adapt to what the offense is.
He doesn't like being under center, too. He doesn't like his back to the defense.
Right, and him coming back to whatever's in his comfort zone and in his wheelhouse, to which point, if you're a defensive coordinator and you spend all your time watching film, you're like, oh, I know what's coming.
Yeah.
And I think that's an issue.
It's not the first. This really did happen, not to the same degree, but to a lesser degree to Jared Goff at the very end in 2020 when his relationship with McVay became fractured and information started leaking out about, McVay wants to move on from Goff. Goff maybe isn't the guy. Offense declining, all that starting John Wolford in a playoff game over Goff. All that stuff went down. And there was a lot of this sort of chatter.
Like, believe that there's a ceiling. That you can only go so far with Jared Goff, that he can maybe get to the Super Bowl. He can't win the Super Bowl for you.
Yeah. But I think this chatter thing did happen with Goff. Not to the degree. I don't think there was ever one gigantic hit piece with 12
LA
different
Times
sources.
stories, for instance.
No, but McVay was clearly unhappy.
Yes.
And it was something that we talked about a lot. So, but that's a different scenario than this. I really do think that if there are that many people willing to talk crap about you, then maybe it is you. That's my take.
You look around a table and everybody's a jerk.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's also the most important person to
Yes.
get right. I think, again, if we give the example of our workplace,
Yep.
you guys as the hosts are more valuable at times than other people in terms of, like, if you're having an issue with somebody,
right?
The host oftentimes will come first. What they feel, what they want will come first, because it is important to everybody listening that you guys feel comfortable and feel ready to succeed. So I think you have to value that Jalen Hurts' voice should be more important than other people at the organization.
Sure.
He is the quarterback. And the comparison to Jared Goff is apt, but Jalen Hurts won a freaking Super Bowl 2 years ago. I mean, he's gone to 2 Super Bowls.
I don't get that part of it.
I don't understand. Like, I would love for DeAndre, when he comes in, to talk about this piece.
Oh, right.
I'm sure
He's Big Eagles.
He's Big Eagle
gotten
guy.
into it. But I would be more frustrated. I would want Sirianni out more than I want Jalen Hurts out.
Okay, let me jump in here. Kimberly Martin from ESPN was talking about this morning about Jalen Hurts and all of this coverage. Listen to this.
When it comes to Jalen Hurts, the big question that I've asked over the years, right, is Jalen Hurts somebody who holds the offense back? And depending on who you talk to, you get a yes or a no. And this is people outside the building, other teams inside. And I think with Jalen Hurts, you got to understand he's not the traditional pocket passer quarterback. He's not. If you're looking for him to be Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Burrow, that's not what he is. But what he is, however, is somebody who has a clutch gene like none other. He's somebody who's a coach's kid. He's somebody who Jeff Lurie, the owner of the team yesterday in Phoenix, where I was, talked to reporters about how he is the biggest Jalen Hurts fan. He loves the way he plays. He loves that guy and the type of leader that he is.
So she hears some people who say that he holds back the offense. Some people say yes. Some people say no. I'm not sure what makes him so divisive. Like, you don't hear that necessarily about other quarterbacks around the league, successful quarterbacks around the league, certainly. But I don't know what it is about him that has invited this scrutiny.
I don't know either. And maybe it is the sense that he is aloof or that he is closed off.
I think that is part of it. It's he is a little separate. He is a little private. He is a little aloof.
I will say this is a lot of the same criticism that is oftentimes directed at Lamar Jackson, and why John Harbaugh was taken out of Baltimore was because there was a fracture between the quarterback and the coach, and that, Lamar's aloof. He doesn't show up to practice. He has all this stuff. But Lamar and Jalen Hurts are top 10 quarterbacks in the league. They deserve to have the ability to, throw their weight around if they want to.
Part of this, though, Em, is if you don't tell your own story, and I would argue Jalen Hurts does not. If you don't tell your own story, other people are going to tell it. Because he is not a forward-facing, I'm going to do a big profile interview, I'm going to talk to the media a lot. He's not that guy, so he's not telling his own story. Other people in the organization are telling it for him, and it's not a good version.
I would argue that he puts himself out there. He goes to events. He's on Abbott Elementary. He's the face of these Eagles. He's at the flag football tournament. I would say he puts himself out there, but I don't think if he went out and torched the Eagles organization, people would talk about him positively either.
Well,
but talking about himself, I'm saying.
Right.
Position, I'm a leader. I'm a face of the franchise. I'm that guy. And he does step back from all of those sorts of things.
I also think some of this just comes with being the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
It's like being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. If Jalen Hurts played for the Carolina Panthers, just because of the market size and the visibility of the organization, it flies under the radar. Like maybe somebody in Charlotte knows all this stuff, but nobody out here knows.
It's a good point. It's impossible to overestimate the obnoxiousness of Eagles fans, and Eagles fans just cannot be pleased apparently.
And they pull the ripcord really quickly. Like they pulled the ripcord on Doug Peterson, like 2 or 3 years after he won a Super Bowl. They pulled the ripcord on Carson Wentz, obviously for Jalen Hurts here.
Sure.
So my question to Eagles fans and Eagles organization is, who would you like?
Yeah.
Who would be better than Jalen Hurts for you right now?
That's always the question, too. When you talk about getting rid of a quarterback, it's, okay, well, who are you going to find that is as good or better than the guy you have now? And that's a really tough question to answer.
It is. All right. Hey, I want to mention brand new episode of Mason Plus is out on the ESPN LA YouTube channel and on Apple and on Spotify. We talk about the best movie aliens of all time. Bobby Moynihan is on the show. Alex Michelson from CNN on the show. Again, it's on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Do all the ratings and the reviews and the stars and all that stuff. I don't know. They tell me to do that. It helps the show, apparently. All right, coming up next for you, and I am the king of icebreakers. I've won back-to-back months, Marcus, so look out. This is my game. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
I tailor my music to my company. Don't you? Don't you guys?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You can't play Tupac for everybody.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
That's probably true.
You know?
That's probably true.
Right. You know?
So, I used to drive Uber for a little while.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I did. I drove
How did
Uber.
I not know that about you?
I don't know. It was. I was working here at the time too, and I did it. I needed extra money, so I started working Uber. And I would always put on one thing, and everybody, no matter who was in the car, was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good. I like that." Prince.
Oh,
It works
Universal.
no matter what. Everybody always liked it.
Universal.
Thought he was going to say Outkast.
DeAndre helped me move my car one time, and I was listening to Outkast. Man, I grew up in the 90s, dude. You heard that?
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year free closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com. To exchange higher payments for lower ones.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move. So she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
And it is Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. It's time for Icebreakers. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Get it, Idaho Johnny I, the Idaho compound. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic Vodka or their unique flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
How does it feel, Mason? Back-to-back winning months, both by 1 point.
It's one of my great accomplishments. Yesterday was honestly one of my favorite moments in the history of radio.
You got it really
I
quickly.
Pulled that out of my ass and got Jodie Foster quick and upset John Ireland in the final day of Icebreakers.
Well, we don't, Marcus, I don't know if you've played before, but you have a chance to steal it away here. So
Okay.
here we go.
All right, here we go. Let's do it.
For 10 points. I was born in Tennessee in 1984.
Okay.
For 9 points. I graduated from Cave Spring High School in Roanoke, Virginia, where I graduated as Virginia's all-time high school AAA leading scorer with 2,215 career points. And all of my siblings played sports at the collegiate level, either in basketball or football. Big sports family, and I graduated with the all-time leading scorer in Virginia AAA history.
Virginia. Okay. All right.
For 8 points. In 2005, I competed with the with USA Basketball Under-21 team, which won a gold medal at the Global Games. So in 2005, I was in the Under-21 team for Team USA, won the Global Games.
No. Basketball.
No. Basketball from Virginia.
Born in Tennessee, played in Virginia.
7 points.
Yeah.
While I did not win a national title in college, my number is retired at my university, and I'm only the 13th person to have my number retired here.
And you did not say what team retired his number.
No,
Okay.
that'll come later.
Okay.
Okay. For 6 points. In 2006, I was drafted 11th overall to the Orlando Magic.
2006.
And then once you have it, just say your name and
Yeah, just say your name
and
if
you
you
can
think
guess.
you know.
Yeah.
You only have one guess. Want me to move on?
Yeah.
All right, for 5 points. An actor portrays me on the FX show Clipped.
Brian.
Go ahead.
JJ Redick.
It is JJ Redick!
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
That's a good
5 points
one.
for Brian.
Oh, damn. You keep me up, too.
For 4 points, after my playing career, I have my own successful podcast, and I worked at ESPN. I am one of the most hated Duke basketball players of all time and the current head coach of Los Angeles Lakers.
That's a long list. Most hated Duke basketball
He's on
players.
the-
He's on the list for sure. It's Icebreakers brought to you by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Made from Idaho potatoes, clean and smooth and no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste and nothing extra. Oh, Em, you totally...
Well, I
You
can
totally
do that.
set me up.
I can do that in a year time when John's not here. I
Yeah.
feel like John would have gotten
No,
in
but you totally
pretty
set me up
immediately.
because you said our next story is going to be about J.J. Redick.
Well, why don't you tell us about the next story?
So J.J. Redick, obviously last night the Lakers win again. They dismantled Cleveland. It was a really impressive night, another spectacular night for Luka Doncic as he continues his role, and the Lakers finished the month at 15-2. 15-2. And at some point, you got to look at J.J. Redick and say, wow, this team is defending better. Wow, this team, there seems to be more organization on offense, that LeBron is sort of taking a little step back and Luka is taking a step up, and they've improved playing together, but still J.J. leans into this, LeBron with the bench and Luka and Austin together, all that stuff. At some point, don't you say, J.J. Redick, I mean, back-to-back 50-win seasons for the first time since Phil Jackson for the Lakers.
He's a good coach.
He's a really good coach.
And that obviously we didn't know, right? We'd never seen him coach on any level.
No.
The whole thing being held against him.
He was a good podcaster.
Good podcaster. He's LeBron's pal.
Yes.
That was the whole story about J.J. Redick coming in.
That's interesting. I wonder if, because they had that relationship, that J.J. was able to get through to LeBron on this role issue.
100%.
Because they were connected.
Yes. I don't know.
And they've talked through like different roles of other people. They've
Yep.
broken down tape together even before they played together
Yes.
or were on the same team together.
So in a way, he's like the ultimate perfect guy for this particular point
He
in
played
Lakers
with Luka?
history. Played with Luka.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, when they hired him, the Luka part wasn't in the picture. Nobody thought about that. But I think there was an element of we do want someone or need someone who can communicate with LeBron. Because as much as this job is X's and O's, when you have this many stars and when you have a star like LeBron, it's also about managing egos and that sort of thing. And just being able to talk to guys and get them to sort of come around to your way of thinking. Look, I think part of this is playing for a guy like Mike Krzyzewski, like he did. And, one of Krzyzewski's things, and he's not the only one, but talk to people in a way and get them to do things in a way where they think it's their idea.
Right.
And I think there's something to that of being able to communicate with LeBron, letting him have his input, showing him your side of things, and then being able to come and meet in the middle. And that's what he's done.
Yeah, and when you know somebody, you can communicate in shorthand.
Yes.
You don't have to explain. It's like, oh, yeah, I get that.
Right.
We looked at film. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a huge element of the Lakers' success right now. And I don't know any JJ deniers at this point. I cannot imagine there is a criticism of what JJ Redick has been able to do this year, what he's done with this roster, and the way he's turned things. Remember, there was a stretch where we were like, playing tournament again.
I mean, also look at the playoffs last year where he did not do the rotations as he probably should have. But that was his first year as a coach in the postseason. Hopefully, I think we need to judge what he does this year, against last year, but also hopefully he has improved and we'll be ready for this postseason.
And all this stuff, all this run, it all comes down to how the story ends. I mean, if they lose in 5 in the first round, we're having a different conversation than if they are 2-2 in a series with San Antonio in the Western Conference semifinals. Obviously, 2 different conversations. And depending on how the story ends, I think how the story ends will determine whether LeBron's here next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to determine whether a lot of guys are here next year. I mean, honestly, I think they found some really DeAndre Ayton has been great these past few games.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Was terrific last night. Jake LaRavia is not the most polished NBA player in the world, but I'll tell you what, he works when he's on the floor. You see him disruptive defensively. He may not be scoring. He had a couple of breakaway dunks last night, but you don't see him. You see him as a guy who's going to play next year, too, a guy that's going to be a rotation guy going forward. I think they've put together a really interesting roster. Marcus Smart is technically has an option for next year. He's got a player option. He could come back. I mean, there are some players here that you want to stay, but there are also some players that are playing for the ability or the future of being a Laker.
I think what's interesting is 3 weeks ago, a month ago, we were having conversations about how do they get the big 3 to sort of work together, right? That all the metrics said that when they're on the floor together, they're not effective, they're not efficient. Then you get LeBron to sort of step back and take another role. Luka catches fire on top of it. You talk about the guys, the supplemental, the role players who are playing well. I mean, I think Luke Kennard is another guy who stepped in and given him really good minutes. And a lot of this is JJ Redick finding the pieces, but also just staying the course, staying patient, because here you are the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, about as high-pressure job in the NBA as you can get, and you never really see him. Yeah, he has those moments in his press conference where he's a little bit salty.
It's a little tense.
He's a little salty, but
I always judge it by Mike Trudell's first question, how long it takes for JJ to answer, because sometimes it takes a long time after a loss. But for the most part, JJ feels like he's on the same. He doesn't feel like he's over the. He's steady,
very even keel,
very steady.
For sure.
All right, so sports graffiti. There's so much to talk about right now. We're just talking to Lakers. We've talked earlier about Shohei Ohtani and the unbelievable performance last night. 6 innings of one-hit baseball in a Dodgers win. Bobblehead night. Were you there last night? Did you get the Yoshi bobblehead, or did you, like a friend of mine, buy the tickets and then not get it? And what should the Dodgers do about that? Jalen Hurts, we've talked all about that. 877-710-ESPN. It's 877-710-ESPN. All the lines open right now to talk about absolutely anything. Mason in Ireland, 710-ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Now, Cappy, when Michael told him he had 7 stocks, did you know what he meant?
Yeah, he's like, you've got like Amazon, Meta.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
You've got NVIDIA. NVIDIA is definitely in the portfolio.
Good one to have.
You know, I mean, you got Microsoft in there. Tesla. You know, yeah, you got Apple. You know, you got a nice portfolio of 7 stocks. Yeah, pretty nice portfolio.
When he said that, I was like, oh, there's no way Cappy knows. But Cappy, you got to know. Come on, it's not that hard.
To be honest with you, I didn't even hear what he said. I actually thought he said like 7 stops. I didn't even hear that he said
I
stocks.
kind of was wondering, too.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles, the ESPN LA app, and streaming live on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Dude, I still got 3 lines open for Sports Graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Going to get to all your calls coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Hey guys, it's tournament time, and Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning for bold flavor in every bite. All tournament long, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $10.99, available for delivery or carryout. When the games heat up, keep the Pizza Hut coming. Cut down the nets with the $10.99 large 3-topping pizza deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app and bring home the win.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason in Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason in Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason in Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you love Mason in Ireland?
Why I love them? Because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, with Marcus Grant in for John Ireland, let's hit the phones, and let's start out with Richard in Anaheim. Richard, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? I like you guys because you guys get me through my day. I'm a mailman in the city of Anaheim for 29 years, and we all listen to you, and we all enjoy.
Thank you, Richard.
antics.
Nice of you to say.
So you guys are awesome, and go Lakers all the way, baby.
Okay, there you have it. Thank you very much. Let's go to Dan in Montebello. Dan, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi, Dan.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, I have a quick question. Do you think, basically, since Shohei's guy, he's basically given us 2 championships here. Do you think the Dodgers should kind of help Shohei in his quest to get that Cy Young award? Maybe give him some rest time on the offensive side and just let him focus on pitching and getting that award so he can kind of basically lock it up?
It's an interesting question. I personally, and last year I remember looking up the numbers and seeing that maybe his average is down a little bit on days he pitches, but his home run production is about the same.
Right.
I don't question the fact that I think the Dodgers probably would try to tee him up. I'm sure they're trying to get him the number of starts and, get him 160 innings or something to even get him to qualify for the Cy Young Award. I would imagine they're going to kind of tee him up a little bit for that.
Yeah, I think they'll slow play it at the start of the year, but I think if you get to a point and it looks realistic, why not let him chase him?
Oh, yeah. No, it's dramatic as hell, right? I'm for the drama. Let's go to Jose in Bellflower. Hey, Jose, you're on Sports Graffiti.
Hey,
What's
Mace,
up, man?
How you doing?
Good, man.
Long-time listener. The Dodgers are awesome this year. They're going to be great. In regards to the Yoshi bobblehead, I think they should all get one. Everyone that has a ticket, we're talking about, a couple thousand. They've already made many thousands, but, hey, we need more. And I think everyone that has a ticket should get one, regardless of where you're at, when you get the ticket.
Yep.
That's my opinion on that.
Agreed. Yeah, I wonder We had this conversation last year. I always thought we would move the needle with it, but apparently we didn't
apparently
because it's still
not.
going on. They are making sure that everybody gets one when it's Ohtani.
Oh, 'cause
but
they know
no
how insane that's
guarantees
gonna
for
be.
anybody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dave in Lancaster. Dave, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, man, what's up?
Good afternoon, fellas.
What's going on, man?
Hey, all right. Sorry about that. So anyways, I was going to originally call in, talk about Shohei, but with this hit piece that just came out, I think you guys are missing the biggest bulletin material that was in that hit piece.
Tell us, Dave.
It was coming from multiple players that Jalen is changing the plays in the huddle. That's how this all got started. And if you recall last year, the coach had to come out, Sirianni, and say, his relationship with Hurts is okay, blah, blah, blah. So I think the bottom of this is Jalen answers to the owner, not the coaches. And now AJ, he's frustrated because the plays are designed for him.
Yeah.
Jalen's changing them.
Okay.
Kind of like any given Sunday.
I got you. All right. So that's interesting. And that is one of the aspects of the article that Jalen often changes the plays. And there are instances where he changes them to exactly the wrong thing, and they had to call a timeout last year.
I think that's the issue when you have a play caller and your head coach that are two different people. I think that comes with a lot of teams. That's very rare these days. Most of the time, they're play callers on one side, like Mike McDonald was the play caller for the defense.
Yep.
But I think now that that's separated, what really does Nick Sirianni do? One, what is he really doing with Jalen day in, day out? I don't know. He's mostly with the offensive coordinator, and if they have an issue, it's just there's lack of structure there that I think is the real problem for the Eagles.
And I think, this gets to culture. This gets down to Sirianni. He is supposed to be the CEO of the organization, and one of his jobs is to manage personalities, and he's doing an absolutely awful job.
Yeah. I mean, the buck in theory stops there, but I guess not.
No, just get a new offensive coordinator. Let's go to Kenny and Tarzana. Hi, Kenny. You're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
So I want to talk about Luka.
Yep.
Just amazing in terms of these 40-point games. I was stunned when I read that Kareem had only 15 40-point games in his Laker career. Luka, I think just last night, had a 16th.
Yep.
And, Worthy never had a 40-point game in the regular season in the 89 championship. He had one against the Pistons, which we should have won, but for Byron and the Magic's injuries. And Jamal, his high with the Lakers was 37 in Magic's Game 6, 42-15-7 game.
Yep.
So what Luka's done this year is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it really, it's 40 after 40 after, the guy is just on an immense roll, and 600 points in the month of March is outrageous.
It's insane.
Outrageous. I think, you had this, is it the 6th or 7th guy to have 600 points in a month?
I can look at
It's one or the other. It's either 6 or 7, and only the second guy to do it in March. Jordan did it, I think, in 97. Let's go to Jason and Downey. Hi, Jason. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. So with Daryl Strawberry coming to Legends Addict, Steve, I think it's time to tell the greatest story to the Marcus Grant about the interaction between your dad and Daryl Strawberry.
Okay. Thank you very much. A request for the story. So I don't think you've heard this, have you?
I don't think so.
So it's so funny. I was talking to Scott Wolf on my podcast today, and we told exactly the same story. So you'll get it twice. So my dad was an absolute autograph hound.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, to a ridiculous degree.
Okay.
So I would often be at a game, and my dad loved the 80s Mets.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd go to a game. We went to a game at Pittsburgh, and the Mets were in town. And this was the Darryl Strawberry, Doc Gooden, those great teams, mid-80s. And my dad gets to the railing with all the fourth graders. He's got a baseball and a Sharpie. And he starts yelling, "Straw! Straw! Hey, Straw!" Finally, Straw walks over.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry walks over. And my dad says, "Can you get Gooden to come over? I haven't got his autograph yet." My dad. God bless him. He was a funny, funny guy. Let's get one more in here, and then speaking of funny, funny guys, Frank Caliendo is coming in next. Let's get Luis in L.A. on. Hey, Luis, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
Hey, Mace, I'm just driving home. You know, I listen to you guys daily, so I want to say thank you for being a distraction on this drive home.
Thank you,
I
man.
enjoy listening to you guys a lot.
Appreciate that, man.
Mace.
Yes.
I'm calling because of the Lakers, and I hear, you know, watching basketball, you hear all these sayings. For example, basketball is a game of runs. And I feel like the Lakers as a team finally got that down. You know, unluckily, it's a long season, but at the same time, the season has allowed them to find their identity.
Yes.
And I think that's what J.J. Redick has brought to this team. For example, Jake LaRavia is being a defensive monster, and he lets the game come to him. So you see him getting easy baskets, runaway layups, dunks, and that's the way he's going to contribute his 14 points that don't really stand out but matter at the end of the game. That's my opinion.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, I agree. You know, who you are in November is not who you are in April.
Nope.
There is an evolution with every team, and clearly the pieces started to fall into place late February, really post All-Star break. I think they're 17-5 since the All-Star break.
Wow.
15-2 and more. I mean, it's come together in a really interesting way, and it's always interesting when the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, and I think that's what's going on with this team. Last night was a really good example. Ayton, 18 points. Austin, 19 points. LaRavia, 14 points. You know, they were getting contributions across the board last night, and I think when you start seeing that, everybody sort of chipping in, you get a sense that there is a spirit, a competitive spirit there. They all seem to get along. They celebrate each other. It feels very 2020.
Well, and look, this is all contagious, right?
Yeah,
a couple guys start playing well, the team starts having success, and it snowballs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited to welcome in our next guest. He is the voice of everybody. He is the great Frank Caliendo. And like I always say with Frank, let's get the new stuff out. Let's play the hits. Let's get the new stuff out. So Frank is going to come in here next. It's going to be one of those, Frank. Mesa and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Have you ever had a sneeze where you felt like you needed to sneeze?
I hate it, and you lose it.
And then you all of a sudden lose it, but you
stare
keep
at the
saying,
sun.
hold on, I need to sneeze.
What does staring at the sun do? Go outside and stare at the sun. You'll sneeze right away.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Really? Just look at it and go, whoop.
I don't want to sneeze. I already sneezed enough
I'll try
times
that.
today.
Yeah. And you're a multiple sneezer, too.
I'm a multi-sneezer.
Yeah. Especially if you're right on the verge of having a sneeze, you look at that and say, you'll go? Yep. Okay. I don't know why.
Nothing worse than losing a
at
sneeze. I hate it. No, it's going to be a good one. One of those.
How great is it when you're out there walking by yourself or whatever, and you can just,
oh my God!
Just let
I'm
it
trying
rip.
to make it echo from coast to coast. Yes,
like a grizzly bear's loose in the neighborhood.
Absolutely. Back adjustment.
My sneezes sound like I'm doing karate. Like it's like a
well, you got that weird multiple thing going.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB, go for it and bring something different to the table.
Feel the vibe, the speed, the adrenaline. The Acura Grand Prix at Long Beach roars back April 17th through 19th. It's a pulsating 200-mile-per-hour beach party. 6 races featuring the sleek MTT Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, and more. Saturday night, rock out with Kings of Chaos. Kids 12 and under free with a ticketed adult. Tickets at gplb.com. The Acura Grand Prix, April 17th through 19th. The Long Beach vibe is back.
Evan Cohen here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? That's a lot of time reviewing applications. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
In pro football, if a coach can't see the whole field, he's missing out. It's that simple. If you run a commercial trade business and you don't have Service Titan, you're coaching blind. You need real-time visibility into project profitability. You need to know which jobs are making money and which ones aren't before it's too late. And you need to see the entire business in one place, from service work to construction. Service Titan is the end-to-end platform that helps you do all that and more. Win larger contracts, accelerate your workflows, and maximize your profit. Visit servicetitan.com to learn more.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for a long time. Why not?
Back to the guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the show now the great Frank Caliendo. Frank, what's happening, man?
I love how you introduced me like I'm a magician, the great Frank Caliendo.
Like a flourish, like a musician would do.
I don't have long sleeves today, so I can't pull anything out of there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm having trouble with my headphones, so they're going in and out. So
okay, well, let's...
The problem is I can hear you at points.
That's
no respect at all, you know.
Exactly.
No, it is going in and out. I might just pull it out.
Okay,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
No,
there it is. I don't think you actually need them.
Yeah, I don't think I need.
Yeah, you don't need them.
We're
just talking.
We're just sitting here talking.
Yeah, maybe somebody did tell me to put them on. Maybe I just assume I was supposed to. I'm not listening.
Yeah, no.
To anybody.
Oh, good.
All right,
Good.
cool.
This
Welcome
will be
to
a
the
good interview.
Right.
So Frank, what is new? I know you got big gigs coming up. Irvine Improv is tonight.
Yes.
And then
Comedy and Magic Club is
Oxnard.
tomorrow, which is almost. I think there's no tickets left. And then Oxnard Levity Live. That's on Friday. So tonight, Irvine at the Spectrum and Oxnard Levity Live on Friday.
Okay.
FrankOnStage.com for all those tickets.
Okay,
and there's,
great.
Some other, Patrick Keena's on there, who's with me today, and also Nick Hoff, who opens for Cable Guy. There's
Nice.
and John Browner, who's friends with Scott Kaplan. So there's going to be he's going to do a little set. So,
there you go. Good, man.
So we got some
Good.
cool stuff going on.
So I would imagine that in your world, you've got kind of the oldies that people want to hear, right? The
Maddens,
classics,
the old
Gruden's, all
school.
that
Well,
stuff.
Gruden's new again. Because we're opening up
That's
boxes,
true.
man. We're opening up a lot of boxes. I'll tell you what. You ever open up a box from Kent out there in Cleveland area, man? I'll tell you what, it doesn't get any better than Kent State, man. Kent. I'll tell you what. How about University of Wisconsin Stout? When in doubt, go to Stout, man. I'll tell you what. That's the only one I can think of right now, so I said it out loud.
Interestingly, facially, you're doing it too.
Right. Well, the facial expression is always a huge part of it. If the person has those type of things, the mannerisms are always important because it gets you into the character. I always tell people the mouth tells you how they talk, the eyes tell you how the person thinks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching, I'm trying to think of I'll do it. This is non-political, but a Donald Trump. Everybody sees the lips purse, right? So when the lips get out like that, you see, quite frankly, a lot of people. And I do the quiet Trump. I don't do the loud Trump. I do the very, very quiet library Trump. And we're trying to build a ballroom, and it's going to be the greatest ballroom. And we're going to have a lot of balls in the ballroom, and we're gonna have basketballs, we're gonna have footballs. He's doing characters now. We're gonna do footballs. We're gonna do quite frankly, so many people. Now I gotta balance it out so people don't think it's a political thing. But so then Joe Biden, folks, come on, what are we doing? The guy with the thing, come on, what are we doing? I have to tell you. Why's a young man Roman Scranton, Pennsylvania, 600 AD, to fall of the Roman Empire. The Romans, Mario and Luigi, they're plumbers. Yoshi, it was Yoshi night, folks. Come on. And Yoshi night, it went fantastically well. And a lot of people are selling their Yoshis all over the place. And it's not the baseball player. It's not the baseball player. It's Yoshi, the tiny little cartoon dragon guy. And they said, what does he do? And they said, we don't know what he does. And I said, he's perfect. We'll put him in government because anybody who doesn't know what they're doing and they do a lot of it. That's perfect for what we can, quite frankly. Everybody.
You've got the weave down.
Well, the weave. It's somebody plays sweet. What is it? Sweet Georgia Brown. There it was. I was going Sweet Lou Dunbar.
Yeah.
That was a globetrotter.
Yeah.
That was Sweet Lou Dunbar was the half-court hook shot globetrotter.
So let me ask you,
but he was great. Sweet Lou. He did so many things. Not as good as Meadowlark Lemon. Meadowlark could He also played the preacher in The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. Tremendous. Some of the best. Set shot Buford. Set shot Buford. He didn't jump on the shot, but a lot of guys didn't back then. A lot of guys didn't.
Is he one of the easier presidents to do
Yeah,
an
especially
impression
because
of?
there's that unlocked version of the over-the-top Trump everybody does. So to me, I did Trump with Trump on the NFL on Fox
Did you
before he
really?
ever ran for president.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when I first, and again, it's not political, so whatever, but it was the first time I'd ever experienced Trump on TV is a different guy than Trump behind the scenes. And after I talked to him, like, oh, that's the guy who negotiates with everybody, because you go into the room and think it's going to be TV Trump. And I've heard Bill Maher talk about this too. It's that same thing. Trump did the same thing to me that he did to Charlie Sheen, which was he gave me a watch. And I thought it was this super expensive. I heard Charlie Sheen tell the same story. Like, Trump does the same bits.
Yeah,
he's
right.
like George Costanza.
The same bits.
He's got the same bits. So he took a watch and took the price tag off of the watch and handed it to me at Trump Tower. And I hear Charlie Sheen telling the same story. Either I am Charlie Sheen in another life. Yeah, fun. Yeah, good. Okay, sounds good to me. Winning. Duh. But that was I tried to Trump. Anytime you see somebody and they're talking that much, that's one of the things that any president, because they're always in front of you, you're going to unlock more things. But people do that over the top, Trump. And I've always said the quiet Trump. They're very, like I said, the library, Trump, and we've got a great library with lots of books. And other books are going to have a tremendous amount of words, and the words are going to form fantastic sentences.
Now, could you teach somebody to do a Trump impression, or is this like your God-given gift?
Oh, I think you could. I mean, I think
Is
you
it
could.
a technical process?
Yeah. It's saying things over and over and over. I mean, they're not that far. If you go Donald Trump, again, not political, but Donald Trump, to throw me a frickin' bone here, please. It's Dr. frickin' Eva. And it's almost Robert Downey Jr., which is basically the same kind of thing. It's just more staccato, and you have to burp in the second half of sentences. I always teach people, the one I did on like Instagram is Morgan Freeman. That's one of the old school ones, but it's eternal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Morgan Freeman, I say, the way to get there is to just say, yes, a bunch. So if you say, yes, yes. You have to get quieter and build it up, and you just get as deep as you can. Yes, yes, yes. So as you work on it and you get it stronger, yes, yes. Now you play music with, yes. Fact of the matter is, I had no idea that was getting ready to go.
Wow.
Which one time I was great was doing a podcast with Shaq, and he's like, "That's pretty good. I bet people don't expect that one." I was like, "Yeah, they don't." I taught Shaq how to do Trump.
Did you?
Yeah,
Really?
Fantastic, luxurious. It was great. I forgot all about that. That's fantastic, great. I love doing the Donald Trump. It's really, really good.
So let me ask you this: how do you know when you start putting together a new impression? Okay, brand new. How long does it take you to get it?
A lot
right?
of time, a lot of time, and a lot of practice. It's like anything in sports.
Are you looking in the mirror while you do it?
No, not really. I'm kind of guessing. But in terms of, so here's one that I can't always do because I don't have it committed. Those are all like trained. All those voices I just did are trained and easy. I can go into John Gruden, Jeff Goldblum, John Madden anytime I want. I can go into those anytime. So I have to think about. So Billy Bob Thornton, I have to think about an interview he did where he's talking about my kids think I sound like Hank Hill. So it's in there. So I have to say that first. And it takes me a while to get it.
There have to be key words, right?
Yes, keywords. It's almost a rev up.
You latch on,
it's
right?
revving up. It's revving into it. The keywords is exactly what it is. To like with Gruden, it's I'll tell you what, man. If I start with that, I can get into it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with somebody like the Billy Bob, I don't have that rev up. So that's probably I didn't even put those together. Thank you. That's something I need to figure out.
Right.
My rev up is actually outside of the bit, or a bit that I would have for it. But like with I call it revving up the Tony Romo-mobile when you get to go into Tony. Oh, Jim, hey Jim, here we go, Jim. Jim, it's incredible and amazing and amazingly incredible. Oh, Jimmy, Jim.
That's a good rev up. That's a good rev up.
But and I've done this. You've probably seen me do this. I might even have done this on your podcast a while back. But it's the voices that are similar. I take Kermit the Frog and Fozzie Bear. Kermit the Frog is, hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. And then Fozzie Bear is, waka, waka, waka. So it's nasal. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog. And Fozzie, which is that not glottal, but a throat, that kind of thing, which is also Bert and Ernie. Oh, Bert, Ernie, right? Wow. So you take those voices, and if you take Kermit the Frog and bring it down a little bit, it becomes John C. Reilly. Did you touch my drum set? That's pretty good right there. And then if you add some air and some aw shucks genius, it's Mark Ruffalo. I see this as an absolute win. Now, if you take this and bring it down even more, it becomes Paul Giamatti. I believe that is one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my entire life, and I will continue to do this. Now, if we bring it back up, it becomes Seth Rogen. Tighten up the throat, which is just the same as Bert, but slowed down and a little bit of weed. So there, and then if you tighten it up even more, it's Joe Rogan. Jamie, pull that up. Oh, my God, that's crazy. That is nuts. That is effing nuts.
By the way, you know what's weird? I noticed that the impressions are better when I'm not looking at you.
Great, thank you.
No, no, do you know what I'm saying?
It does. It is different. It's totally different experience.
Then I actually picture the person.
Yeah, because those voices, Mahomes is even in there too. You had a little Texas and a little bit. It's me. I get. He's like a little kid at a candy store, and Travis was there, and we were having Three Musketeers, and we tried the Snickers bar, and it's like when a little kid gets hurt and somebody has to talk about it, and he fell down, and he was bleeding all over the place, and it was blood going everywhere, and I just needed we needed a Band-Aid, and you need a doctor? No, just a Band-Aid. Well, it wasn't that bad, no, it was awful. It was terrible. It was really bad. So,
what about Stephen A?
I understand. Like, I do serious Stephen A.
Yeah, I know.
The one where you bring it down and contemplate longevity of your career. I have to say, the disciplication. I'd like to make up words with them. Disciplication and duplifinery. That I understand what's going on right here. I have to say, LeBron James, who is a close friend. And when I say a close friend, I mean I've watched him on television. But I saw Stephen A. years ago. Remember, he did the show. It was like, back in the day, it was Cold Pizza. And then he went and did he left that show, or he did Quite Frankly. His show was Quite Frankly.
Right.
Then he went and did a show at Fox Sports for a little while. And I was there doing the NFL on Fox. And I saw him in an elevator at the hotel everybody stays at. And he was coming down and said, Mr. Caliendo, do me a favor. Of all the impressions and impersonations you do, don't ever do me. But he's great. He's one of the tougher ones for me because his vocabulary is so profound.
It is. Mm-hmm.
I struggle with that because my sense is I simplify everybody into just all the stuff I know. So I don't have that access to words that he does.
Right.
So he can just go through he can go, and he has it in his head and just can go. He's got a thesaurus that he will, rattle off seven of it'll mean the same word, but he'll say the same thing.
He's like a thesaurus.
Right. He's a thesaurus, but sometimes he doesn't even use the commas. Like it's a comma, but not a comma. But he's got that thesaurus in his head, and he's got that ability to do it. I, on the other hand, I'm single flashcards. So when I'm doing Gruden, I'm just breaking down stuff the way I would break it down. Give me green right slot, albacore 2, white tangerine. Come on, man. What are you doing here? Little spider 2, white banana cream pie, man. I tell you what, we're opening up some boxes later today, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What is your newest?
The Billy Bob is a newer one. It's good going in and out. I'm trying to think. I don't know what you've seen me do. So trying to think of some of the people I've been working on.
Because some of these, like Ruffalo, that is a really there's a subtle difference between Ruffalo and
Mark Ruffalo. You call him Ruffalo.
I call him Ruffalo, yeah.
You go red roof in. Same kind of thing, I know.
Do you know for a fact it is Ruffalo?
Route. Right. You've been calling him the wrong thing. It's fine.
Tomato.
It's not easy being green.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because he's from Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. There's a Ruffalo's Pizza there. No relation. No relation. Thank you for helping me. You got the Stephen A. Smith sauce going.
I got the gene, right?
It is the Stephen A. Smith sauce. That's what I'm saying.
So what's the whole act like now? How has it evolved over the years?
Probably in the heyday that you were when I was here all the time. It was probably a lot of Bush and a lot of Madden.
Yeah,
so there's very little of both of those. So the Madden's way down, although I talk about, Nick Cage is doing that Madden movie. That's going to bring it all back.
Oh, yeah.
But the weird thing is, kids who know nothing about Madden are going to think that Madden sounds like Nicolas Cage because he's like, got a tough case of athlete's foot. Boom! Tough actin', Tenactin gets rid of it. So I think that'll be. That's how I bring Madden in now to into the act because people want to hear it.
Right. So you mentioned politics. We do not do any politics on the show. It's like a total politics-free zone. Is your show politics-free?
No,
or is there
it has the politicians in it, but no politics.
No politics.
So it's like because everybody knows
you make fun of everybody.
Yeah, and I'm a middle of the road type of person anyway. So it's like it's for me. I try to look at everything just objectively and not have too much emotion to it. So I look and when I see when I do the Trump and the Biden, it's basically it's easier to do Trump because there's more jokes to it because he talks more.
Yeah, he does talk a lot.
So I do probably more of that, but I really do try to even it out and keep it right in there. So but I start out with that because not everybody knows sports.
Right.
So I do that, and then I'll balance a John Gruden coming in or a Charles Barkley with Dr. Phil. So people, so I go back and forth. What were you thinking? Well, I was thinking it's time to pay me triple, man. These guys do a lot of. It's really crazy. The guy, the great thing, and this is what I think. What's so unbelievable about Charles Barkley, and I don't know what you get, but he's one of my favorite people on TV, and he's always been the nicest to me. First time I saw him, I was like, Frank, you got to keep doing it. Like, why's that? Because every time you do it, I end up making more money. I really don't understand why. So, but he's, he doesn't really like the NBA. He doesn't pay attention to most of the NBA, but he's paid
he does
a
complain
lot.
About it.
Right. But he's great at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does. But his job is to talk up the NBA, and they're like, what do you think? These guys are really bad. These guys are the worst I've ever seen. I don't enjoy watching them. It's not fun.
Too.
The Lakers I would not put them on TV ever. I would never put the Lakers on television. I don't understand what Luka's doing. It doesn't pass the ball. LeBron doesn't pass the ball. Austin Reeves doesn't pass the ball. Nobody passes the ball. And when you look at DeAndre Ayton, the guy's a knucklehead. He was the best coming out of Arizona. He was really, really good. And then it fell off. And now he's fourth quarter Ayton. What's that all about? I heard you guys. I haven't watched any. I have watched them less than I watched the Orlando Magic. And I watched the Orlando Magic because they disappeared. So, but then they're like, can we put you on college basketball? How much you pay? Double. Well, I'm in. And then he's like, the guy with the blue shoes, he did a really nice job passing to the guy with the headband. Yeah. And they're like, what are the names of the team? No idea, man. Yeah. And nobody cares.
Nobody cares
because he's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
And he's so interesting, and he's always got. And people say, well, he just says stuff to get clicks. First of all, he's not online. Yeah, he doesn't say any. I don't believe he says anything to make people mad. He says just what he thinks.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
Everybody. If we all could do that, there's very few people that can do it, and he does it, and it's unbelievable, and must be one of the most freeing things in the world.
All right, let's make sure everybody knows you're in town.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you're in Irvine tonight?
Irvine tonight at the Irvine Improv. That's in the Spectrum right there. Tomorrow's Comedy and Magic Club Hermosa Beach, which I don't think has tickets. And I only say that to make myself sound cool. And then,
you are cool.
And then Oxnard Levity Live is Friday night. And it's not just going to be a good Friday. It's going to be a great Friday.
Excellent.
So Oxnard Levity Live on Friday. FrankOnStage.com for tickets to all the shows.
I want to get you on my podcast.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I had a blast.
Awesome.
I've been seeing I see the stuff. It puts things in your algorithm, and I've been seeing you quite a bit. So
yeah,
it's good. I don't watch any of it. No, I do. I definitely do. I definitely do.
You got things
always
to
do.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've got nothing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got nothing. Work on Billy Bob.
There you go. Hey, Frank, awesome seeing you, man.
Great
Thanks
to see
so
you
much.
guys.
FrankOnStage.com. Coming up next for you, there was a surprising reason why Anthony Edwards was not ready to start the game on Monday night. We will do that next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland.
Does the league need to do something? And by that I mean this. In this new league year, window where you could do whatever you want, 2 days of negotiating, right? Any trades that happen before or during it should be transacted on the spot. What are we waiting for? Why do trades have to wait, right? Why do trades have to wait? I need an answer to that. I haven't gotten a good answer to that. Obviously, physicals need to be made, and everybody believes that it's not a failed physical. Everyone knew what his knee problem is. It's not like buyer beware. They were aware. But does the league need to do something about that? Because they're not going to step in and say the Ravens did something off because it's not official. It's the yellow line. This whole thing is the yellow line until 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
You already know how to count. You already know who to call. Simple counting pattern that lands on Jacob every time. 800-345-6789.
So basically, if you can count to 9, you can count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hey Rams fans, it's your quarterback Matthew Stafford here. The Rams and United Way of Greater Los Angeles are excited to bring Walk United LA to SoFi Stadium this year on Saturday, May 9th. Join me and my family for the 5K walk run and help support our Los Angeles community. Registration is now open at walkunitedla.org, where you can sign up for Team Rams and learn more. Our team is only as strong as our city, and this walk is about uplifting all Angelinos in need. I can't wait to see y'all at the Rams house on May 9th.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
They all pitch to Rojas.
Hey, this is Miguel Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's back. It's on its way. Out of here. Miguel Rojas.
You're listening to Mason and Ireland Show.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
Oh, thanks, Frank Caliendo, for coming in and hanging out. He's very fun. Always very funny. I had him on a podcast a few years back, and he kind of took me through how he creates an impression, how he builds an impression, and you get a little bit from what he was doing here, the way he slides from one impression to the next, and you see, Kermit the Frog as Fozzie is it's so
that
interesting.
Was amazing. Yeah. From Kermit to all the way down to Mark Ruffalo, to Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
It was just incredible.
The Seth Rogen I love.
It was great.
I love the Seth Rogen. So Anthony Edwards was a little late for the game the other night.
Yeah.
And they said, so, Ant, what happened?
What happened to you for the first minute of the game? I was taking a yeah. But, yeah, like I said, Mike held it down for me.
Yeah. I mean, when you got business to
nature
do,
calls.
you do business,
You
right?
know it happens, I guess, to the best of us.
I've always thought about that with athletes because, it's 3 hours of time. It's also a lot of energy spent.
Mm-hmm.
You can't always control everything. I think people have said that, have alluded that maybe Lamar Jackson has gone to the bathroom during games before and come back out.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, it's why is there not like porta potties on the sideline?
You would think so. Now, there is a famous incident. I won't name the name of the coach, but he started the game in khakis and suddenly ran off near the end of the second quarter and came back wearing black pants.
I think I'm guessing.
Do you think?
I think I know who it is.
The same person?
I think we do.
Another famous instance where somebody leaves in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's true.
That's right.
Back out later.
That's right.
Is true.
And
That's
he's fine.
Yes, he did.
Now, I've heard, and this might be a thing we ask DeMarco Farr the next time we see him, because I've talked to other NFL players who say that, for that thing, you have to go to the restroom. But if you have to just sort of let it flow, that a lot of times it may just happen on the field.
Really?
I'm giving you the word of one former NFL player that I've spoken to.
Lets it flow.
That I know of.
Yeah.
He has suggested that other people do it. So I would like DeMarco Farr to either confirm or deny that this is a thing that happens.
Guys actually let it flow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it's Kings game day. Pre-game coverage starts at 5:30, leading up right to the drop of the puck at 6. By the way, this is Kopi night for the Kings. Anze Kopitar, who was on the show yesterday, is being honored tonight after a 20-year career.
That's actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is Kopi night.
Tonight is not. Tomorrow night's Kopi night. Thank you for that. So tonight, 5:30, leading you right up to the drop of the puck at 6. And, of course, Kings Talk with Sam Batesh comes after the game, your spot to react and break it all down. Catch every moment of the Kings playoff push on ESPN LA 710 and the ESPN LA app. Just tap the Kings play-by-play tile for your hear the games live here on the home of the Kings. 710 ESPN. And tomorrow night is the night that they will honor Anze Kopitar. Who would have thought that two of the most famous athletes in Los Angeles would be Slovenian?
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
That is kind of crazy.
So everybody is talking about the MVP race in the NBA. And I would argue that it's really down to 3 candidates.
Okay.
It's Shea, Wemby, and Luka.
Mm-hmm.
We fortunately have been able to come up with what each of them has said about the MVP race and the way they figure into it. And we'll do that next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Cosm. Final Four is this weekend, Saturday. Cosm is the place to be. If you have never been to Cosm, I'm telling you, it will change the way you think about sports forever in the Dome. It's like this immersive experience, these wraparound displays, reserved booth-style seating, great food, great drink, and March Madness is happening this Saturday. And then on Monday with the championship game, you'll be in the middle of the action, surrounded by real fan energy for March Madness. For a complete schedule of events and to get your tickets, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com, Cosm.com. Mason in Ireland, Marcus Grant in for John, 710 ESPN.
Your Lakers.
104-102 Orlando. 2 seconds left.
Your season. Your home.
He got it into Kennard for 3 in the win. It's good! Luke Kennard with .6 to go.
Follow Luke Kennard, the Lakers, and every thrilling moment of the Lake Show.
Kennard is your hero. The Lakers win it on a Luke Kennard 3 with less than a second to go.
On the home of the purple and gold.
ESPN LA.
How do you like them apples?
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. And it's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need: your child's health. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles, 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
Mike, in sports, dynasties don't happen by luck. They happen with culture, coaching, and execution.
That's exactly how we run Rotolo Chevrolet, with all of those ingredients.
So how much of that is why you've been number one 14 years in a row?
When you put all those ingredients together and your processes stay in place, you're going to get great results.
And if you come to the store, you're going to find out why you're number
That's
one.
what it's all about. Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
From the showroom to the service bay, everyone is at the top of their game. Rotolo Chevrolet, built like a champion, driven to win. Visit RotoloChevy.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
I mean, what I'm thinking is, don't you know who I am? You're not responding to me?
I'm Steve Mason.
Exactly.
Mason and Ireland.
What? It's an outrage.
It is an outrage.
Back to the guys.
All right, so Shohei, spectacular last night. 6 innings of one-hit ball. Lakers dismantle Cleveland. It's a great day to be alive.
A bad day to be from Cleveland.
Exactly. Bad day to be from Cleveland. Sorry, Lindsay. And Marcus Grant is in for John today. I came across this story about Pizza Hut in Canada. Did you see this story, Em?
Don't think so.
I did see the story.
Okay. So at Pizza Hut in Canada, you now have an additional option. You know, you can always get cheese in the crust, right? That's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They are doing hot dogs in the crust. So when you bite into the crust of the pizza, there is a hot dog before you get to the sauce.
Are we sure this isn't an April Fool's joke?
No. I'm not sure.
I mean,
it does sound like it could happen, but it also does sound like it could be an April Fool's joke.
I mean, maybe I'm totally suckered in on this thing. I'm not sure.
Even if it's real, it does give the vibe of a April Fool's joke.
It's not an April Fool's joke.
Okay.
It's not. They are selling only in Canada. The chain is tinkered with their pizza with an innovation involving hot dogs. Based on research I conducted while writing this, there's not been any serious research that has attempted to determine what percentage of people decline to eat the crust. I'm a big crust guy. I like pizza crust a lot. But in this case, they are putting, and it does sound like an April Fool's joke now that you say it, the stuffed crust pizza is now stuffed with hot dogs.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I see a story from a week ago about this. So that makes me think it's not an April Fool's joke.
Right. I think it's real.
I'd try it.
I'd try
it.
I would try it too. I mean, here's my thing with pizza. If you're eating pizza, who the hell cares, right? Put as many toppings on as you want, as much cheese as you want.
Strongly
hot dogs
disagree.
And cheese in the crust. It doesn't matter. There's no such thing as healthy pizza.
Pizza is sacred. It's one of the most beautiful, wonderful creations that we have on this earth.
Okay.
Is pizza.
Wow.
Wow.
Don't mess it up.
Yeah.
It's a basic recipe. It's dough, it's tomato sauce, it's cheese, it's maybe a pepperoni, maybe a sausage. Let's not get too crazy. The beauty of a pizza is in its simplicity. And I think the more we add to it, the more we destroy one of our purest things we have on this earth.
Yeah, I am pro evolution. I'm in favor of the evolving nature of pizza, which can now include both cheese and hot dogs in the crust.
So how do you feel about things?
By the way, is there a better stoner food in the world than hot dog crust pizza?
Oh,
yes, there are a million better things to eat than hot dog crust pizza.
So how do you feel about like barbecue chicken pizza or something like that?
So good.
No.
Barbecue chicken pizza is really good.
Really good.
I love
chicken pizza.
By the way, you need to go to Italy. All they do is they slap a little sauce on there.
It's all
they throw
margarita,
one
isn't it?
pepperoni. It's all margarita. Here's a little tomato. Go eat.
Oh, yeah, you can have your hot dogs. Ask for hot dogs in Italy and on your pizza. Cut up little hot dogs and put it there. No, thank you.
Don't they just send you back to whatever country you came from at that point.
You're kicked out. Hey, want to go to the JM Eagle LA Championship? Well, listen to DeMarco and Trav for your chance to win a 4-pack of GA tickets when you hear the cue to call. Be callers number 7 and 10, and you're headed to the tournament. Now, we've all been talking about the NBA MVP race, and right now the betting favorite in Vegas is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But it's a race. Wemby is coming on hot. Luka is coming on hot. And all three of them have actually said something about the race and where they fit into it. So let's start out with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's what he says about the MVP race.
I think it's good for the league. I think it's good chatter. It gives people something to talk about. There's a lot of good players in this league, and a lot of guys in the conversation because of that.
There's been chattering on behalf of other players. Would you like to chatter on behalf of yourself?
Nah, I'm good. Thanks for asking, though. But, yeah, I'm good. I'll let my game do the talking.
He is a very cool guy. I love that response.
That was very Canadian, very polite of him, too.
It was polite.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you for asking. All right, so Luka. Luka was asked about it last night. Here's what Luka says about the MVP.
Wemby obviously recently stated his case for why he should win. Is that something you're interested in doing as well? And if so, what would your points be?
I mean, I never did that, so I'm not the one voting, so, but I think I've been playing pretty good. We've been winning, so that's it. That's all I got to say.
That's it. That's all I got to say. Not campaigning for the award. Interesting, because Wemby is campaigning for the award. Here's what he said about the MVP race last week.
My first one would be that defense is 50% of the game and that it is undervalued so far in the MVP race because I believe I'm the most impactful player defensively in the league. Second argument would be that we almost swept OKC in the season, and we dominated them 3 times with their real team and 4 times with more rotation players. And my third argument would be that offense impact is not just points.
So he's like campaigning. He wants to win this war. I'm not saying the other guys don't, but if you think about it, in a let's put it in an awards race conversation. Like
Shai is Michael B. Jordan. Shai is like I'll be nice and kind.
Yep.
I'm gonna be very. I'm gonna say what I need to say about my own performance, but I'm gonna let my work speak for itself. Very
Wemby is Chalamet.
He is Chalamet saying, "I'm calling my shot. These are the 3 reasons, the 3-pronged reasons that I deserve to win it."
And Lucas Sean Penn.
Not even showing up.
Not even showing up. He gave the least fulsome answer of the 3. So I think he's the Sean Penn of the race.
You know what? I kind of dig Wemby basically saying, look, I want to win this award.
Me too.
Here's my resume. These are all the, sort of put out a PowerPoint presentation of why I like that. I'm fine with that.
I personally like that the best too. I think state your case. I'm good with.
I also didn't catch this the first time I listened to that Wemby piece, but his slight shade at the Thunder. So it's when we beat the Thunder, we beat them every time we face them. We beat them with their real team.
Yeah.
And then then he's like, no, their rotation team.
The pause as he tried to figure out the right word to say.
Yeah, he probably would use more colorful language if he was in private. But I think this is a good thing to have back into this league. Wemby seems like he came into this league not really wanting to make friends, wanting to shake it up, wanting to be bombastic without being able to follow it up. So I like that he's potentially bringing back this old school style of basketball that we all love.
Right. I also think it's okay to make your case for yourself. Yeah. It's okay to say, I do want to win this thing. Well, I mean, look at Shohei, I think. I don't know if he stated it publicly, but we know he wants to win the Cy Young Award.
Yeah. Look, we know that these guys want to win awards. That's part of why you play. Yes, the team aspect, the championship part of it is great, but there's a part of these guys that are super competitive, and they want to win these awards to prove that they are the best. So let's just be out front about it. Just be honest about it.
It's Wednesday, and I like to think too about Survivor. So I know you guys have watched Survivor, but at the end you have to make your case for yourself. And there are people that lose Survivor because they don't make a great case. They say, I was just a friend to everybody. Let's let my tape speak for itself, but there
Right.
are people that come out and say, here's my 3-pronged reasons. And because Wemby did that, reporters who are listening and reporting on him are like, oh, let me write 7 articles about Wemby's defense. Let me write about how he has always beaten Shea. I think it's almost all of the MVP. It's not just statistics, not what we see in the court, but it is your narrative.
Yeah.
And I think Wemby getting ahead of his narrative is really important for this, for the voters.
I just texted you guys a picture. Oh, shoot. Did it go through? I don't know if it went through. Of this hot dog stuffed pizza.
No, I have not gotten it yet.
Oh, it looks great. It look like I would sign up for that tonight.
So Cappy is our sponsor for Pizza Hut, and he'll do Pizza Hut parties for us during the week.
I
You
think
should
that's
ask
great.
Cappy next time we get it, if it comes to the United States, to add a hot dog pizza exclusively for Steve Mason.
Yes.
Only Steve can eat this.
Yes.
And you can chow down.
Yes. Last night, terrible incident at the house.
Uh-oh.
Terrible. So I'm eating all healthy all day long. I as I like to say, I've been on a diet since 1983. And last night I had done really well. Had a light dinner, ate a protein bar, and I was done for the night. And then Juan ordered donuts from DK's Donuts in Santa Monica. Now, he's clever about it. He was actually nice about it. He told me he was ordering them. Then he ate them out of my sight. So I didn't even see where my donuts were. And I woke him up, I don't know, like 10 o'clock last night. I said, so where's the donuts? And he had hidden them, and I went and ate both donuts. So I do love donuts, but I can't eat donuts
Eat what
all
you
the
want,
time.
Mace.
No,
Come on,
no,
life
no.
is short.
I'm telling
Eat what
you,
you want. You can have your hot dog pizza. You can have your donuts. Eat what you want.
Let me tell you something. DK's Donuts in Santa Monica, just unsolicited plug. I'm Steve Mason for DK's Donuts in Santa Monica. They do a white cream filled donut, vanilla cream. Okay, not custard, but vanilla cream.
Okay.
So during the pandemic, we all did a lot of stupid stuff, but we started ordering donuts, these cream filled donuts with a side of cream. So you would take the cream-filled donut, you would dunk it in the cream, and you would have cream with every bite.
You know what?
BC, what do you think? Marcus, what do you think?
You know what? I'm okay. That is, you talk about stoner food. That is
stoner food.
That is stoner food.
A little too much cream for me.
A little too much cream? Yeah, that's a lot of cream.
It's a lot of cream. It's a lot, but that's definitely 100% stoner food.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like somebody asked me about, and I think this is okay. Somebody asked me about Game of Games today and whether it made sense or not. I was like, yeah, I think it makes sense. But I write all the Game of Games when I'm stoned. So, like on Tuesdays.
Who did you tell so I could ask him what Game of Games is about?
Reese.
Okay.
I told Reese. But here's the thing about it. I open my page on Tuesday and I find out what game I wrote on Sunday. So I was surprised to find out a Dodgers history game is what's coming up today.
Cool.
But I'm totally productive when I've had a gummy.
You know, I get that way because so I can be easily distracted, but whatever I'm focused on is the most important thing in the world.
Correct. That's what happens.
But then like a squirrel happens and then like I'm off to that for a minute, you know.
Right. My thought, my brain is like a computer that has too many windows open.
Yes.
Okay. And so when I take a gummy, all of a sudden I see only one window.
Okay.
And so it makes me focus like
I
crazy.
understand
that. BC, what about you?
It's like drinking water. Yeah. Need it to survive.
Need it to survive. There you go. All right, we're going to do some fast track coming up next. Marcus Grant is hanging out for John Ireland today. John will be back from OKC tomorrow. Lakers win last night. Dodgers win last night. Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers tonight. Lakers at OKC tomorrow. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Do you have a Toto at home?
I don't. I have a cheap version of a Toto that my father
so you're still
put
getting that kind of action is what you're saying.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
with one small problem, which is that on the Toto, the water is warm. With the
this
cheap
is
version,
cold?
Yeah, the cheap version that my father installed, it's ice cold.
Oh, it sprays cold water up there?
Absolutely ice cold.
Oh, that's not good.
Absolutely ice cold.
Oh, you get the jolt.
Yep, big time.
You get the jolt.
And Briones, make no mistake. Watch me on the YouTube. It goes just like this. You turn it on, and you go, ooh. Like you literally jump up for a second. Ooh, wow, that's cold and refreshing. You know? It is so true. Refreshing is right.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap.
Oh, man.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com to exchange higher payments for lower ones.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3 1/4 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain mat full, and race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
All right, zoom, man.
I was reading an article yesterday in the LA Times, and it's about this rising trend in Gen Z young adults where they're short on PTO or they want to make the most of their PTO, and they're doing this thing called micro-European trips. So they'll go to Europe for a weekend or 30 hours, somewhere like that. They'll fly from either New York, not LA, probably it's too long of a flight, but LA, New York to Amsterdam, New York to London, New York to Ireland, just for a weekend. And it's a rising trend on TikTok and Airbnbs.
Yeah.
What is the furthest you have gone for a weekend trip?
For a weekend trip.
Not work related, for leisure.
New York.
I did. So
Hawaii.
That's pretty far, yeah. That's as far as New York.
Yeah, Hawaii or New York.
I did it was a 3-day Bahamas cruise. It was like a little longer than a weekend, but it was a 3-day cruise.
Anybody get sick?
No.
Oh, that's good.
From Miami
it's
to
a
the
floating
Bahamas.
petri dish.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're not a cruise guy?
I'm not a cruise guy.
My friend was trying to talk to me yesterday. It's her birthday yesterday, but she was talking through the cruise she's going on with her fiance, and her fiance's parents.
Oh.
Which I'm like, I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
That's
rough.
You're sort of trapped at sea at that point.
Exactly. And she's talking about how her future mother-in-law has devised a plan where they are going to split 2 drink passes between 4 people, basically.
Really?
All you need is a key to go up and ask it, but then you can order 2 drinks and bring it back to your chairs, whatever it is. And I'm just like,
so they've got a scheme.
Exactly. Wouldn't you just love to spend a relaxing week on a beach without a boat?
Yes.
And without having to game this?
Now, we have a resident cruiser. BC,
Yes,
you cruise.
I've been on quite a few cruises, yeah. And, recently been looking for an Alaska cruise.
Oh,
So,
yeah? I hear that's a really cool
I've heard
cruise.
those are some of the best ones with almost no kids.
Are you aware of this trick my friend's going to do?
Yeah, but I would kind of
buy back on that, then I'm pretty sure the drink packages go to everybody in the room. So I think they're going to get charged, for kind of thing. I don't know. Because we tried this where you can't buy just one person per room. It's everybody in the room has to get the package.
Yeah. I have a friend that went and did an Antarctic cruise. And so there are pictures. I accuse him of just going there for the gram because there are pictures of him with penguins. But I always thought that'd be a really cool trip to do too. Is Antarctica?
Well,
that's one I would do a cruise ship for. I think.
Bowen Yang did that, and then he didn't present at the Actor Awards because he was stuck in Antarctica.
Oh, see,
you know what? That's a cool story. Like I'm stuck in. I mean, no pun intended.
I'm stuck in Antarctica.
I can't be here because I'm stuck in Antarctica.
Yeah. That's amazing. All right, the Ontario Tower Buzzers opening day is tomorrow, April 2. Travis and Sue Cravens broadcasting live from 3 to 5 p.m. as the Buzzers take on Lake Elsinore to kick off their inaugural season. Hang out, catch a show, be part of opening day with ESPN LA. BC, what do you got?
Fast track.
Well, if you don't want to get on a boat, the Renaissance Fair is opening up and here in SoCal again. It's right past Pasadena, I think, in Irwindale.
Okay.
So every weekend starting this Saturday, I think until third week of May.
Yep.
Allison and I went last year. First time I've ever been to one of these,
And this is, did you dress up?
Did you dress up?
Slightly.
You wore like a night costume?
No,
or
so
what
we didn't go that far.
Yeah.
Kind of tried to dress down. I don't know,
so you were like casual Renaissance.
Oh, you dressed like a peasant.
Like a peasant.
Like a peasant.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And it is actually pretty hilarious walking through there, hearing, people talk and really live
Do they all
into
talk in British accents?
No, but there's a lot of the LARPing, like the live action. People are really stepping into the role and kind of.
Oh, nice.
Did you go to that one bar where you can get the bartender waitress will pour the alcohol into your mouth and then slap you or something?
Yeah. Is that for real?
Yes, you can pay to do that. I think it's like the wrenches or whatever it is.
The slapping part.
You pay for a shot and a slap?
Yeah, it's to experience the time period.
Boy, what a time period! You would get a drink and get slapped.
I don't think I like that.
Is this something you would
Now,
consider
will you and Lady Allison go to the Renaissance Fair this year?
I think so. I just got the email today for
Sir
tickets.
Brian and Lady Allison.
Turkey leg?
I will say it is fun. It was fun to just step out of that and just see people really dive into the bit is a good time.
That's cool.
Mace, I was telling Brian about this. So you have Toupee Dar.
Yeah.
I have Ren Fair Dar. Or I think I could tell if people are Ren Fair people or not by just looking at you.
Really?
I'm like, oh, Ren Fair. I couldn't have pegged Brian, but I probably could have pegged Allison.
You would have pegged Allison as
a Ren Fair person. It's all complimentary. I think Ren Fairs seem fun. I have a lot of friends that do them. But I just feel like I can spot them from a mile away.
Now, do we have any other Ren Fair people in the building?
I could see Laura as a Ren Fair person.
You really think so?
I could see Laura as a Ren Fair person.
Really?
She loves an event. She loves to go experience something. I think she could be a Ren Fair person. I could see Greg going to a Ren Fair. Though I don't think he has been.
No.
But I could think if he went, he would enjoy himself. Those are the two that come to mind right away, but I'm sure there are others hiding the wings.
Now, have you ever heard of Pageant of the Masters?
Yes, down in
down in Long Beach. Oh, sorry, down in
That's
Laguna
Newport.
Beach.
Laguna Beach, yes, correct, yes.
Where they make themselves look like classic paintings. This is made for you.
Gilmore Girls. Wait, why would it be made for me?
Because it's like cool, arty kind of
I'm not going to go to that, but...
Why would you not go there? They're posing as paintings.
I don't
it's
really care about
really
that.
cool.
So I lived
Painting
my sister went. She loved it. So
But they did an episode of Gilmore Girls where it was a night of living paintings, and they all did that. And it was a very emotional episode because I think Rory wants to cry, but she has to stay still. Anyway.
The pictures, by the way, the pictures from I've never been to the Pageant of the Masters, but the pictures are incredible. Like they duplicate those paintings to a T. It's really interesting.
I've already seen it on Gilmore Girls. I'm good.
Oh yeah. Gilmore Girls. All right, so here's an issue for you. Walker Buehler, I don't know if you know this or not, is pitching for the Padres.
Yeah, not well.
Not well.
Not well.
When he starts at Dodger Stadium, what will the reaction be?
I hope it's positive.
I think it should be a standing ovation.
I hope it's
should
positive.
It not?
I was of the opinion that obviously the last thing we saw of him was getting the final out in the 2024 World Series, and then he was gone the next year. But I still maintain they should have done a bobblehead or a little figurine of Walker Buehler with his arms out in celebration after he gets that final out. Like, I think it would have gone over well. I was very much, if that's the last thing we see, thank you for your service. I appreciate everything you've done for the organization. I have no ill will toward Walker Buehler.
Yeah, I don't either. I would imagine, and BC, I saw you nod your head. Of course, Walker Buehler, right?
Oh, 100%. Especially at that point, the lasting memory is championship. So
Absolutely.
he's forever, Dodger great.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like Cooper Kupp, where you felt like he got the most out of this person. I know Cooper Kupp went on to win a Super Bowl this year, but I think you got the best years out of Kupp as a Ram. I think we got the best years out of Buehler as a Dodger. And I think, honestly, Buehler might also think that. But I hope that he does well at the Padres, but not so well at the Dodgers' expense.
Yes. You know what I watched last night after the games, plural, was that Lamar Odom documentary on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I just found so many aspects of it to be shocking. Just like it is unbelievable, this guy's life, and the heights of it and the lows of it are extraordinary. I mean, at one point he says, I was dead for 3 days. And he did go through a terrible, terrible crisis, right? And weirdly, Kobe flew over to Nevada to sort of consult with Chloe on what they should do, what they should try to do, what they should not, all that kind of stuff. But it's an amazing story. If you are looking for something to watch, it's Netflix, the Untold series. It's about Lamar Odom, and they've got a couple of cool ones coming up.
What was the most surprising thing about this?
I had forgotten that Lamar, when he was young, lost his infant child. At some point I knew that, but I was reminded of it, and reminded that really did shatter his world. Shattered his world. And his girlfriend stayed in New York, did not come back out with him to L.A. He was a Clipper at the time. And that defined his life for quite a while. I mean,
look at what happened to Alex Vesia and his wife. It's like now he's, it's obviously a different situation, but what that can do, it changes the trajectory of your life.
Yes.
There's a before and after when that happens. And I know that Alex Vesia is like pitching with a custom glove with her name on it and everything. But when that happened at the World Series last year, everybody, immediately hoped it wasn't the worst, but it ended up being the worst scenario. And that the team rallied around him, I think, can be a special thing. But there's oftentimes you don't have that support system around you.
The other thing is I come away from the documentary thinking, I really like that Khloe Kardashian. She stood by him. She rode this whole thing out with him. I thought she's number one on my Kardashian power rankings now. I've got Khloe 1, Kim 2, Kendall 3.
Where's Courtney?
Courtney's last.
Is she?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kylie and then Courtney. Courtney is the lowest.
What
on
has
the
Kylie
Kardashian.
done to you?
No, I'm saying Courtney's the last.
No, but what has Kylie done to you? You put Kylie right above Courtney.
Well, I mean, you've got to make decisions.
Kylie's great. She was in a movie with Charlie XCX this year. She's on the Moment.
Give me
She's
your
with Timothy
Kardashian
Chalamet.
power rankings then. Go ahead. I've got Khloe 1. Who do you have 1?
I probably have Kylie 1.
Really?
I like Kylie the most right now.
Wow. She's the
with
billionaire, right?
And she's with Timothy Chalamet.
So how much is the ranking due to the Chalamet connection?
It's mostly because she was really good in the Moment. I really liked her in the Moment and the Timothy Chalamet stuff. I have less of a relationship with Kendall.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of where mine is.
I think Emily and Chalamet are just like.
That's why I figured. I know Emily's.
I feel
feelings
like it
about
used to be
Chalamet.
Taylor Swift, and now it's Chalamet.
Yeah, well, I'll just try to put him into any situation, even if it's not worth it.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Chalamet 710. That's what we're going to do.
Chalamet 710. Yeah. The opera crowd will not like it, and neither will the ballet crowd.
Yeah.
Do you guys have somebody you'll defend to no end? Marcus, what about you? Is there somebody that, like, no matter what they did, kind of, obviously there's a line for everybody, but that you have an irrational affinity to defend this person?
I don't know if there's irrational, but I do get a little bit defensive about like USC athletes in the pros. I'm not a Bears fan in particular,
Williams,
but like Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah,
like
I was a big Caleb Williams guy too.
Yeah.
And I called that. I was like, he's going to be a generational quarterback.
He's going to be really great.
Yeah.
So like when people say bad things about him, I sort of bristle a little bit. I will admit to that. Yeah.
I will admit that, for example, Morales does this. Juan does this to me every time Shohei's around. Talked about Ipe. Still bringing up Ipe. I'm like, I am of the belief that Shohei never knew anything about Ipe. Nothing. I am of the belief that Pete Carroll did not know anything about Reggie Bush's mom having a leased home down in San Diego. I believe, and I will defend relentlessly. Ireland makes fun of me for it. He thinks Shohei was somehow clued into Ipe. He thinks Pete Carroll paid for the house for Reggie Bush for all intents and purposes.
See, now I think I'm with you on Shohei. I think he was completely in the dark.
Clueless.
I think Pete Carroll sort of had plausible deniability.
No, if you read the 31-page NCAA report on this issue, you will find that there is no linkage to the head coach.
Okay.
Brian, what about you? Do you have someone you defend irrationally?
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. all the hate about Phillip Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
He is a Hall of Famer. Let's be real. Come on now. He will be in there.
It's not the Hall of the mediocre.
I will say this. Phillip Rivers had a better career than Eli Manning. So if Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer, Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer.
I disagree. I think that the 2 Super Bowls are what define Eli Manning. And I'm trying to remember how Phil did in the Super Bowl.
Phil also played, no ACL in the playoffs because he loves his team.
Yeah. If you had a vote, would you vote for Phil Rivers?
I would.
I would not. Em, would you?
No.
No, I wouldn't either. I would not.
I think
he's a volume player. He threw for a ton of empty yards.
But he's not done yet, baby. Maybe he'll come back.
He'll come back again this year. Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track. Mason and Ireland. Marcus is in for John 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Kings fans, what's going on? Sam Boney here. 6 home games left for the Kings, and the next one is coming up today. 6 o'clock, Kings and Blues. Scott Kaplan's going to be in the building. Yes, Cappy will be here. Kings and Blues, and after the game, your chance to call us right here on Kings Talk. Kings and Blues today, 6 o'clock, right here on ESPN LA, your home for Kings hockey. If you've been thinking about selling your home and you've heard about Seller's Advantage on the radio or seen them around town, you might be a little skeptical, wondering if they're just another shady company trying to take advantage. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes from sellers in Southern California for over 20 years. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and there's a reason they have some of the best reviews in town. Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer that can match what you'd end up with after paying for expensive repairs without the hassle of listing your home. Plus, they take pride in buying on your terms. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or, better yet, go to their website, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka, vodka with standards.
Smalls here. Did you know there are many ways to do your taxes with H&R Block? You can go to a local office and get expert help in person, or you can choose virtual tax prep and get expert help without leaving home. Or you can even do them yourself online with live human help standing by. Whatever you choose, you can file with confidence, having H&R Block's 70+ years of tax expertise in your corner. Switch today and file your way at hrblock.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, rolling on with Fast Track. Em, what do you got?
I got a news story that's very important for Mason and Ireland listeners, mostly because I hear your emails when you guys call in and get me the giveaway, and your emails are, this isn't a real email, it's like, Dodger Lover RRR69.
Okay, yes.
Okay? So, Google is testing a feature that will allow users to change their usernames.
Okay.
So, it'll integrate all your email, and if someplace that has your previous email, you'll still get the emails from it, but it'll just kind of merge into one, and you can change your email from your previously potentially embarrassing one to what you want to do as a full-grown adult.
Okay.
So I had an embarrassing email that I used for a long time, and it was, and if you get a text from this, it's my iMessage still attached to it.
Okay.
It is goalie, GRRRL6 at yahoo.com.
Oh.
This is like something you made like in middle school or high school, right?
For your water polo days, right?
No, that's from my soccer playing
From your
days.
soccer
I was a
playing days.
goalie girl. So, did you ever have an embarrassing email? Or like AIM account or instant messaging, someplace that you had to have a username.
I got to
that was
be
embarrassing.
honest. I was the first guy I know that had a website. Like in 1999.
Is it Mason Plus?
No, it's SteveMason.com. I still own SteveMason.com. I bought it in 1999. John Ireland made fun of me. He said, internet, what is that? And of course, it took over the world. So I always had a at SteveMason.com email address. So I never had a really embarrassing. Now my mom is still on AOL.
Yeah. Wow.
That is less embarrassing
I didn't know it was still
than-
operating. I thought they shut everything down.
My agent is on AOL. When I get an email from my agent, I'm like, what year are you emailing from? It's AOL.
I thought they shut it all down. I didn't even know it was still operating.
Yeah, still going. Still
Wow.
going. You ever have an embarrassing
No,
email?
everything's been pretty much my first name and my
You guys
last
are too
initial.
old when you guys
You know,
started
like
getting
it's just
onto
been
it.
it's been like Marcus G or Marcus Grant or something like that. It's been pretty basic
You
the
need
whole
an
time.
8-year-old self setting up an AIM
well,
account.
I'm maybe you're older than I am, but I was of the age, like I'm of that weird generation where.
Am I older than you?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm of that generation where I grew up really without. I mean, I had like a basic personal computer at home, like a Texas Instruments, but like I grew up without the internet. Like the
Right.
internet hit when I was in college,
Yeah.
so like I was already sort of kind of age when the internet became a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't have the embarrassment of like, feeling one way when I was in the 8th grade and creating an email address, and then like years later being like, that was dumb. Like,
I will just say, as a PSA, if you have a more professional email that you would like to use for giveaways, I would prefer that than like Dodger Lover 6969 that I'm putting in there.
Thank you, goalie girl.
Exactly.
Yeah. VC, what do you
Fast
got?
Track.
All right, speaking of changing things, apparently Topps announced Monday that LeBron James has apparently changed his autograph. So the new Topps cards coming out, his 23-year season special edition, has a new autograph with like a little crown in it. So
It has a different. He changed his autograph.
I don't know. Hard to find if it was just for the series of cards or if that's going to be his new autograph kind of going forward with drawing on a crown like above his name.
Right.
What do you think about this? Just have you ever changed your autograph? And then I kind of thought about it from like, the scalpers, people that try selling these things. It's going to be a little different now working with 2 LeBron autographs.
So on formal documents, I still sign Stephen John Mashonsky III. And I do have a signature that I use for that. And then I've got the Steve Mason signature, which is just like S. Just like
you're basically Hannah Montana at this point.
There is an S, but the rest of it is not necessarily
sort of vague.
Exactly, vague.
I mean, it's changed only in the sense of as I've gotten older, I guess I've gotten lazier and sloppier with it, but it's the same basic form. But I'm sort of like now there's like an M and a scribble and a G and a scribble, and that's kind of
Let me see your signature.
All right, let's see. You got
I got
a piece
one
of paper here. I got
everybody do the signature. Okay, I got one right here.
Random envelope.
We can show it to YouTube. Okay, here we go.
All right, so like, yeah, it's like, I don't know.
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just like an M and a scribble and kind of a G and a scribble. Like, that's kind of what it is, you know?
Really all it is. So easy.
It's so funny that is like what is binding by law is what you felt that day and how you scribbled is what is, hey, if you didn't sign this day, you wouldn't be in your prenup or whatever.
It's true.
So, but I do wonder now because kids don't really learn cursive, right? So they don't really have signatures as such. Like, how does that work now?
Kids don't learn cursive anymore. That was a gigantic.
My son just turned 7.
Did he learn cursive?
Well, he hasn't been taught cursive, but just because he watches Disney movies and like the scripts and the fonts and stuff for the end credits, he's just decided to copy that. So he's sort of taught himself cursive that way, but it's definitely not a thing that he's in the first grade.
I learned it in 3rd grade.
Yeah, so maybe he hasn't gotten there
get
yet.
To it.
Maybe he hasn't gotten there yet.
At Fairfield Elementary School in Maumee, Ohio, they taught a totally different alphabet.
What?
Totally different. Like the E was combined with the A. It was like some sort of weird phonetic thing that they thought would help kids. The E and the A were combined. It was the weirdest damn thing. And then I go home and I try to.
Is this lie of the day?
No, it really isn't. I swear. Look up different alphabet, Fairfield Elementary School. It'll pop right up. But we were using a different alphabet. Hey, Laker fans, the Lakers, ESPN LA 710 and Michelob Ultra teaming up for an epic watch party tomorrow. Tom's Watch Bar, downtown L.A. Come here early to catch the live pregame show with ESPN LA starting at 5. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. There will be giveaways and photo opportunities and a championship trophy and more. Be there tomorrow night for our watch party. Tomorrow night is the most, I think Ireland had a great call. He said they have passed the midterms and they're getting ready for the final exam. Tomorrow night is the final exam against OKC. We've seen what a 15-2 month looks like. What does it look like when this team faces the best team in the West? And how close do we win? How close are we? How is the game determined? Because afterwards we're going to say, oh, yeah, no, we can play with OKC. We can play with, or we're going to say, come on, we're not even close.
Do they have to win to have that confidence?
No, they have to play with them.
Just have to play with.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
I think
don't you?
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I mean, if they're in it with them in the final couple of minutes, I'm like, well, all right, we can win. We can win a game against
especially
OKC.
for it to be on the road.
Yes.
Right? Because it gives you confidence. Like, okay, look, they lost by 3 on the road. You got to feel good about their chances at home. It's got to make you feel good.
And we're getting full strength OKC, too. Jalen Williams is going to play.
Or as Wemby would say, their real team.
Their real team, exactly. Their real team. We're going to see the real team because they're trying to hold off San Antonio in the West right now. All right, coming up, oh, God, Kyle Shanahan. I just hate the Niners. We'll do that story coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. You know what I love is my Hyundai Elantra Hybrid. It is just a beautiful car, favorite car I've ever driven, especially with crazy gas prices right now. I'm getting 50 miles to the gallon. And at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, right now, you can get a deal so right it almost feels wrong. This spring, best time to get the Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Every new Hyundai comes with the peace of mind of America's best warranty. You got to check out the Sonata and the Santa Fe and the Ioniq 5. The unbelievable cars. The Elantra, like I got. Jump to it. No matter which one of their adventure-ready SUVs or breakthrough hybrids or EVs, you can be sure to get away with a lot more than just a great deal this spring. Don't wait. Get to your local Hyundai dealer today for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on right now. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
You're just starting to see more consistent performances. I think that the understanding of what's being asked is more obvious, and it's not a direct criticism of LeBron. It's just it's easier when there's one less option there.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The guy that keeps coming up in all this, and we don't talk about him unless he screws something up, is JJ. JJ is the guy with his hands on the controls. He must see this. He must know this. Sure. Or maybe he disagrees with us.
With just Luka and with just Reed, it's less cluttered. And I think that's the perfect description. It's just easier. And not that they don't have flaws. They do. These are things that are starting to come together where it's not the sampler's getting larger and larger, and the answer is remaining the same.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com to exchange higher payments for lower ones.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
On the next countdown to kickoff presented by BMO, I go one-on-one with LAFC midfielder Mark Delgado to break down the hot start for the black and gold. We'll look ahead to LAFC versus Orlando City. Plus, reaction to the biggest matches from the recent international window, including the U.S. men's national team, Mexico, and more. Join me Saturday at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code VAN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code VAN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code VAN.
The biggest show on the radio.
I got from M and Brian a can of Ready Whip, which will not go to waste.
Take a hit. Take a hit.
Take a hit right now.
Yeah.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
By the way, you know who loves this sound? My dogs love this sound.
There we go.
Nice.
Back to the guys.
So at nighttime, when everybody's gone to bed, including the dogs, I will oftentimes sneak out to the fridge because I've always got a pumpkin pie in the fridge. And if I cut myself a piece of pumpkin pie and I get the Ready Whip out and just give it a little bit, when I get back to the bedroom, the dogs are crazy. They can hear Ready Whip from a mile away.
Who has pumpkin pie this time of year?
Well, you mean what, grocery store or me?
Yeah.
Basically, every grocery store has got pumpkin pie. It's a year-round phenomenon.
It is?
Yeah.
Marcus, when was the last time you had pumpkin pie outside of Thanksgiving?
In general, so that's just that's a never. But I do think there are things we can like they sell stovetop stuffing all year long. Like, why don't we just eat it?
Cranberry
whenever.
sauce.
Like, you can just eat it whenever.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, pumpkin pie is always delicious. It is my favorite pie above all pies. And number 2 is sweet potato pie, which is also fantastic.
Which sweet potato pie is like it's pumpkin pie, but better.
But better.
But better.
Right. Yeah,
yes.
I get it
well, not to Steve Mason. It's pumpkin pie and then
pumpkin pie and the power rankings.
Well, okay, yeah. Where is your power rank? We did the Kardashians already today. It was the pies.
So pumpkin 1, sweet potato 2, pecan 3.
Yeah, pecan pie is a solid pie.
And that's where I stopped. Although back east, I don't know, did you have shoe fly pie where you were?
Yeah.
Shoe fly pie is delicious.
I
that
don't
seems
like any
poor,
of these pies.
Oh,
that seems like some
pie.
poor branding, though.
No,
like,
shoe fly pie is like pecan pie.
Okay.
With like a lot of molasses and stuff.
There is a joke in Abbott Elementary, and he was asked, I can't remember his character, but the one that's with Janine, and it's like, do you like pies? Like, no, fruit shouldn't be that hot.
That's funny. That's
fruit,
funny,
now, see, fruit pies, I'm so
I'm
on.
not a big fruit pie. Although
big fruit pie
I do
guy.
like a good coconut cream pie is good.
See, I like a key lime pie.
A key lime pie is excellent.
Yeah.
All you got to do is walk into Marie. I got a Marie Callender's up the street. I can get pie anytime I want.
Pie talk.
Pie talk, exactly. Hey, I got a text from not stepdad Leo.
Okay.
He says you are his favorite fill-in host.
I am glad that I'm still atop the power rankings. I know I was there recently. I didn't know if I had slipped down the power rankings. So,
ask Leo
thank
for
you,
his.
Leo.
Ask Leo for his right now.
Thank you, Leo.
Co-host power rankings. No, he is a huge Marcus Grant
I'm grateful.
fan.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, very big fan. I want to mention that my new podcast, Mason Plus, episode 3, came out today. You can get it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Alex Michelson from CNN. Bobby Moynihan, formerly of Saturday Night Live, really funny. He's in that Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins with Tracy Morgan. He's on the show. And let's see, Tim told me exactly what to say. Like, comment, and subscribe.
There it is.
Go to the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
No, you should
and watch
point to the
the
bottom
show.
of the screen like all the YouTubers do. Yeah,
Yes.
do it right now.
Should I do that on the show? Is that what everybody's
Smash
doing?
the like button.
Smash the like button.
Exactly. Go do that. All right. So Kyle Shanahan was talking. I think this is Matt LaFleur was with him, and then also was Chris.
I think this is on like Florio's show.
Mike Florio's show. Yeah. So listen to this exchange.
I'm pretty sure the Rams lobbied for that game.
What? For a fact they did. And
Because
that's so bothersome.
Yeah.
So hopefully the league will do right and let us play the Rams in Mexico, since we got to go out of the country twice, and they requested us. I'm requesting them in Mexico. Oh.
Not
that gives us an advantage. It's just fair to make them go out of the country.
That would be great to have the two games between the Rams and the 49ers. Neither
I like it. I knew he might go this way when he brought it up. I knew it. I knew it.
So he's ready for the right moment. Sorry.
So I have brought this up a little bit. So you think the Rams have lobbied because they're sick of seeing the 49ers dominate the crowd at SoFi. And I get that. Yeah. Like, that would suck to Yeah. have to do silent cadence and have our home game at their stadium. Yeah. So I get their ambitions, but Sure. they were rewarded that. So I'm just hoping we can give our request too. I'd love them to come to Mexico. That's awesome. Our Mexican fan base is awesome.
It is. It's like dang.
No,
49ers gang.
They're
amazing.
know. Is it possible that the Rams did lobby to have this game moved out of SoFi Stadium? Because I will tell you, if they did, it's a mistake. It is so much fun to be at one of those games. There is nothing more fun. Like the NFC Championship game a couple of years ago, beat the Niners. Watching those sad 49er fans go up the escalators, like to beat them is so much fun. Bang, bang. I am all about that game being at SoFi.
So when I first heard about before the show when we were talking and Emily mentioned it, I was like, wow, maybe they did. Listening to the actual audio, it seems like it's mostly said in jest. Like
That's what I think too.
It's a request off.
Maybe there's maybe a small kernel of truth, but I get the sense that obviously Shanahan and Sean McVay have a long relationship with each other. They've been friends for a while. It sounds like it was said mostly in jest, and I say this as a 49er fan.
Oh, you are?
I am. I grew up in my heyday.
Oh my God! No wonder you're Leo's favorite.
My childhood was Joe Montana and Steve Young. That was it. I remember, so I wasn't at the NFC Championship game, but remember they played in week 16, 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was at that game. And I remember walking in and being like, there's a lot of red here. And I think that was sort of when the whole thing about Levi's South really kicked in, because you saw it was at least 50-50, maybe even 60-40 49er fans at that time.
And by the way, the misnomer, I think, is that Niner fans travel. I don't think those fans
live
in San Francisco. They just live here.
They live here.
Yeah, it's not like, we travel. Everybody's flying in from San Francisco for a game. No, everybody lives here. Look, there was no NFL team in Los Angeles in the
20
80s.
years. Yeah.
And that's why people followed San Francisco because they were winning then.
Here's my educated guess. I don't know anything more than you guys about what happened here. I think it's one of those things where the NFL might be cozier to some teams, especially with very powerful owners like Stan Kroenke. And they might be given, hey, you guys are doing Australia. If you had to do Australia, what are the teams you would like to have as that game? And they said, this team, 49ers. And then the NFL can make a decision based off that. I think it's also going to be a good game. So you're taking a division rival, a good game to Australia. So you're trying to make that product good for the Australian fans that are there.
Right, sure.
But I think the Rams would like to not have this narrative that the other team takes over every game continue.
Okay.
So if they have one less game without Red there, I think they'd be happy with that.
See, the narrative does not bother me at all. Again, this is a generational thing. Yeah. I mean, it is going to take a decade plus for the Rams to really establish themselves back in Los Angeles, to be able to sway all those people. And I think ultimately Raiders fans will probably always be Raiders fans forever. But I think there are Niners fans that will shift, that will drift a little bit depending on the success and failure of the team.
But I think it's less about what if you feel like that narrative's there than if the people in the Rams organization that either own it or have a very strong control of it. It's just like a fly in the ointment. It's an irritation that every time the Rams play the Niners, it's not just us saying it, it's other stations saying it, it's Pat McAfee saying it.
Right.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe that it's so loud and SoFi when the 49ers do well. It's like if I could put myself in the shoes of the Rams brass and see why that would be annoying. And why it might be nice to not have that.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm disappointed that was the game that went to Australia because it's a great rivalry game, and I like to see that. And by the way, the Niners aren't the only ones that come in and fill up the stadium. I've been there when Minnesota was there. I've been there when multiple teams have been there. It just happens.
There are some fan bases that really do show up, like the Steelers.
Steelers fans everywhere.
They're going to be
Cowboys
everywhere.
fans everywhere.
Right.
Packers fans.
So how do you feel about this, though? Because I feel some kind of way about season openers being abroad.
Okay.
I feel like as a loyal fan, as a season ticket holder, like I want to be able to see my team at home for their first game. Because like I think about it for Eagles fans. When they signed Saquon Barkley, here it is, you got the prime free agent that was on the market. Not only that, you stole him from your rival, and they opened the season in Brazil that year. So the first time you get a look at your team with your new prize free agent running back, it's already game 2 or 3. Like I think home openers belong to the home fans.
So it's the Rams that are giving up the home game.
Yeah.
As I look at this, I think that I've grown. At the beginning, I was like so pissed off that it was all red. I was just so pissed off. But I've grown to accept it, and now I recognize that there are people that didn't grow up in L.A. who are here. There was no football team here for a long time. The Rams are one of the best organizations in the NFL, top to bottom, and people will come around.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a generational thing. You lost 20 years of fandom,
yeah,
because you didn't have a team here.
I think that little kid that sits down the way from me in my section, he's always got his Rams chain on and his big Rams medallion. He's wearing his Puka Nacua jersey. He's like ready to rock. That's the next generation of fans.
Yeah.
And they're going to grow up, and their kids are going to be fans, and on and on. That's the way sports works.
It helps that the Rams are having success too.
Yes,
but you know what? We'll take that Mexico game because
they don't get a home game.
They don't get a home game. We don't have to go up to San Francisco. Also, it's going to be in a time zone that's not the end of the world. It'll be what, like the central time zone.
Central time.
So yeah, sure. Let's play in Mexico, and hopefully there's no Shakira concert.
By the way,
beforehand.
I'm all for. Let's move the game that's supposed to be in Santa Clara to Mexico.
Yeah, get the electrical substation out of it.
Exactly.
As long as you don't mind playing at elevation.
What's that? Oh, it'd be at elevation.
Be at elevation, as long as you don't mind that.
By the way, the one thing that's interesting is I don't know what time the Seattle game is on that Thursday because that's the traditional kickoff.
No, they changed it. They're going to start on Wednesday.
Oh,
yes,
they are.
that game's a
like
Wednesday game.
So
yes.
Seattle's
Wednesday, Thursday. The Rams also in primetime. 5:30 start, I believe, our time.
Yeah,
5:30.
It's like a 10:30 a.m.
Yeah,
Australia
10:30
start,
a.m. But
something
for
like
us,
that.
very convenient television viewing.
Yes,
I like 5:30. That's a good one. So we're the second game of the year this year. Look, originally I think we were talking about going. Have you been to Australia, Em?
No.
It's that is a really cool.
Oh yeah, I mean I would love to.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be an option.
No, it's not going to be an option, unfortunately. At one point we were going to go, and now I think we're not. All right, so Marcus, you ready for a little game of games?
Let's go.
As I mentioned earlier, when I look at these things on Wednesday, on day of game, I'm like, look what I wrote. So a little Dodgers history coming up next in Game of Games. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
5 clean sheets in 5 MLS matches. A defense that refuses to break.
Save Lloris on the dive. He tipped it over. Oh, what a save from Hugo Lloris.
The black and gold stand alone at the top of the West. And now, a new challenger steps into BMO Stadium. LAFC hosts Orlando City SC. And downtown LA is ready.
BMO Stadium is absolutely rocking.
Pre-game gets going Saturday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more. Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Mason and Ireland.
They say nobody loses like
sneaky bastard. Unbelievable.
Oh, it pays to be a loser, people.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
If you're a loser, it pays.
Back to the guys.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, brought to you by our friend Jacob Emrani. And DeAndre Hawkins is here to play along. DeAndre, what's going on,
What's
man?
going on, everyone? How we doing?
Everything is
Doing
good. It's been
All
a
right.
great day.
Let's
you know,
go.
Marcus is here.
Yeah, of
Show's been
course.
rocking. It's
There we
been
go.
good. So this is a Know Your Dodgers history game. I've got some multiple choice questions, and these questions include when the team was in Brooklyn. So it's franchise overall, Brooklyn and Los Angeles. Here is number one. Maury Wills is the all-time Dodgers record holder in stolen bases. Who is second? Is it A, Davey Lopes, B, Willie Davis, or C, Pee Wee Reese? Start with you, Marcus.
I'm going to say
Lopes, Davis, or Reese?
I'm going to say Willie Davis.
Davis. BC.
Davey Lopes.
Davey Lopes. M.
Lopes.
Lopes. DeAndre.
Lopes.
Lopes is the correct answer, yes. Davey Lopes is second to Maury Wills. Willie Davis had 335 and Pee Wee Reese had 232. Davey Lopes at 418, just a little bit behind Maury Wills with
When do we
490
stop calling
stolen
people
bases.
Pee Wee?
Probably about the 40s. Yeah, I think so. I think it ended with Pee Wee Reese. All right, number two. The Brooklyn Dodgers set an all-time attendance record in 1957 at Ebbets Field. How many people did the Brooklyn Dodgers draw in that 1957 season? Was it A, 512,000? Let's round these off. A, 500,000, B, 850,000, C, 1 million. We start out with BC here.
850,000.
851. M.
I'll go the same.
851. DeAndre.
850, yeah.
851. Marcus.
All right, let's make it a sweep. 850.
And you all sweep wrong. 1,026,000 fans at Ebbets Field in 1957. Number 3. So I got DeAndre 1, M 1, BC 1, Marcus yet to score. Number 3. Who has the highest stolen base percentage in Dodgers history? So in other words, percentage, success rate. Is it A, Shohei Ohtani, B, Davey Lopes, C, Delino DeShields? M. Highest stolen base percentage.
Shohei.
Says Shohei. DeAndre.
Shohei.
Marcus.
Delino DeShields.
Delino DeShields in BC.
Ohtani.
The correct answer is Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, he has been successful 89% of the time. Lopes 83% of the time, and Delino DeShields, once traded for Pedro Martinez.
Yep.
Successful 78% of the time. So I got M2, BC2, DeAndre 2. Marcus, you're going for lucky loser now.
Do I get kicked off of
No.
Review? If I get them all wrong, do I get kicked off of Blue Review?
No, if you get them all wrong, you go to the tiebreaker.
Sweet.
There is a prize that goes along with getting them all wrong. Number 4, before the franchise began using the Dodgers nickname, they had multiple different nicknames. Which of these was not once the nickname for the Brooklyn Dodgers? Was it A, the Bridesgrooms, B, the Superbas, or C, the Bridges? Again, which one was not an official nickname? Start out with you, DeAndre.
The Bridesgrooms.
The Bridegrooms. Marcus.
Bridges.
BC.
The one that started with an S.
Superbas.
Yeah.
And M.
Bridges.
The correct answer is Bridges. Yeah, they were never known as the Bridges. They were known once as the Bridegrooms, and they were known once as the Superbas.
All right, so Marcus no longer.
No, but I figured, because I knew that one, but I'm like, I'm not so far behind that I can't catch up.
No, you can still, you're still in it. You're
so I can
still
still catch up.
Yeah, this is only number 5. Here we go. After his graduation from Tulane, what was the first financial firm Andrew Friedman worked for? Was it A, Bear Stearns and Company, B, J.P. Morgan, C, BlackRock? We're back to you, Marcus. Where did Andrew Friedman first work?
I'm going to say J.P. Morgan.
J.P. Morgan. BC.
BlackRock.
M.
Bear Stearns.
DeAndre.
J.P. Morgan.
J.P. Morgan. M is the winner there. It is Bear Stearns. Yeah. The other two are legit financial firms. But
I'm aware of those. Yeah, I'm aware of all of them.
Yeah, okay.
I have a lot of people in finance in my family.
Yeah, I could have made up. That would
have
made it fun. All
right, so scoring update.
M4, DeAndre 2, BC 2, Marcus 1. By the way, Emily has become as competitive at Game of Games as John Ireland. Like she is here to win, and she's got the lead right now. Number 6, what Dodger has struck out more than anybody as a Dodger? Is it A, Matt Kemp, B, Eric Karros, or C, Max Muncy? Let's start with our leader, M.
Show me Muncy.
DeAndre.
Yeah, Muncy. Why not?
Muncy. Marcus.
I'm going to say Karros.
And BC.
Go, Matt Kemp.
The correct answer is Matt Kemp. Yes, you got it there, Brian. Matt Kemp is number 1, 1,179 strikeouts. Eric Karros, number 4 all time. And then Max Muncy with 916. Here we go. Number 7. I got M with 4, BC with 3, DeAndre 2, and Marcus 1. Number 7, where did Dodgers general manager Brandon Gomes go to college? Was it, and we'll start out with M again since you're our leader. Was it A, SMU, B, Tulane, C, Western Kentucky?
Western Kentucky.
DeAndre.
SMU.
BC. Tulane. And Marcus.
I'm going to say SMU.
Correct answer is Tulane. Yeah, he went to the same university as Andrew Friedman. They both went to Tulane, which means the BC and M are now tied atop the leaderboard with DeAndre at 2 and Marcus at 1. Let me see. We've got 2 left. So, Marcus, you're out.
I'm out.
DeAndre, you got to go different both times.
Sounds good.
And Brian should start this time.
Yeah, and Brian will start. Number 8. Yeah, okay.
I'm just being Ireland. I'm keeping us on the rules here.
Don't beat him. All right, number 8. Who leads the Dodgers franchise in at-bats per home runs? In other words, who has averaged the fewest at-bats between hitting home runs? Is it A, Max Muncy, B, Gary Sheffield, C, Mike Piazza? Brian Cohen?
Piazza.
Says Piazza. M.
Piazza.
Correct answer.
Hey, well,
DeAndre.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're live, DeAndre.
Max Muncy. I'm out. I know. Just tell me I'm out.
You guys are both wrong. You guys are all 3 wrong. Okay. It's Gary Sheffield. He averaged a home run every 14.5 at-bats as a Dodger.
But yes, you are out now.
Yeah, you're out now. Yeah. Stick around. We're going to talk about you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, number 8. And this is the final question. Oh, no, we got 2 more questions. Who? I'm sorry, 1 more. In the Brooklyn.
I was like, am I back in?
In the Brooklyn days, the Dodgers kept a live mascot. What kind of animal was it? Was it A, a bear cub? Was it B, a billy goat? Or was it C, a golden retriever? Em, you got to go first this time. Bear cub, billy goat, golden retriever.
Billy goat.
Billy goat.
Show me golden retriever.
And you both are wrong. It was a bear cub. A bear cub was the mascot for 1 year in 1914. Wow. I don't know what happened that made them get rid of the bear cub, but I can only imagine.
It grew up.
It grew up. There you go. So Em and Brian Cohen going to the tiebreak. Here it is. What was the exact number of fans that went to Dodger games last season in 2025? Total attendance closest without going over. Closest without going over.
Oh, so now we're changing the rules of tiebreakers? We're playing prices right now?
I'm allowed to do it any way I want because it's my game. Yeah, it's Mason's game today. When it's Em's game, she gets to decide how to do the
And now we have
tiebreaker.
8 questions? That's whatever.
All right. Go ahead and write down a number. Attendance at Dodger Stadium last season without going over. Brian, you got something?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Both got it. BC?
4,120,000.
Okay. M?
I put 4.2 million, which is just above his.
Okay. You've both gone over, so we get to take another shot
Oh,
at
great.
it. Nice. You've both gone over. Again, Dodgers attendance closest without going over. Write down a second number. This is so dramatic.
I got one.
Okay, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay. Brian, what do you got?
3.9 million.
3.9.
1.5.
1.5. Correct answer. 4,012,470, which means that Brian Cohen.
We were very close in the first guess, though.
What's that?
We were very close in the first guess. We were
you
just
guys
barely
were right
over.
around it. Yeah, you didn't miss by much. Just went. Brian, you went barely over.
I
on the
remember
first
seeing
guess.
this number earlier this week, actually. Yeah, I knew it was 4 million something.
There you have it. Game of Games brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. Remember, he's the only guy you should trust after an accident. 800-345-6789. DeAndre Hawkins, we've been talking about your Philadelphia Eagles a little bit today.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 12 sources inside the Philadelphia Eagles organization who have criticisms of Jalen Hurts. What is going on?
I'm sorry. Before we get into that, I would like to say, before I get 18 million tweets, Brian did double up today.
Thank you.
So he gets the extra money as well. Congratulations, Brian.
Here we go.
Oh, we play the music
Good.
for him, too. Play the music.
Oh, we forgot the music. Yeah. The right-sided moment for Brian Cohen.
Beautiful.
winner of
Thank you
Game
very
of
much.
Games and winner of Icebreakers. What a day. You should retire on top,
It's
Brian.
easy when Ireland's not here, yeah?
Much easier. You're right. So, DeAndre, what's going on with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles?
See, look, man, it's the narrative always changes when it comes to the Eagles. First, heading into the offseason, it was the offensive coordinator, it was the head coaching issues, as the Eagles needed to find an offensive coordinator to pair up with Jalen Hurts. Because, Jalen Hurts has been through a lot of offensive coordinators since the start of since he's been at Alabama. He's been through numerous offensive coordinators, okay? So then you fast forward, and it's A.J. Brown, the situation of A.J. Brown. The Eagles are going to try to move away from A.J. Brown. They're trying to find the right deal for him. He's worth 2 first-round picks. And then since the speculation of him getting traded and it started, die down a little bit, then it's like, okay, let's try to find another narrative. Let's try to find Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is the easy target. He didn't have much success going into last season.
Right.
And then I heard Emily talking about Nick Sirianni, but for him being 59-26, has made the playoffs 5 out of 5 times.
But here's the question: Is he a good CEO of the organization? In other words, if you've got all this infighting and guys going to media sources and don't mention my name, but you can say, does he have control of the organization?
For the fact that the Eagles have literally just coming off a Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Right.
And he's dealing with all those different types of egos on that team, whether it's Jalen Hurts, if you want to say that he has ego, which I don't believe that whatsoever. All the stuff that came up with him as far as bad body language and, he switches the play call, which he does. He heads into he gets on top and he reads the defenses. He does do a lot of adjustments.
Sure.
As a lot of quarterbacks do who get to that level of, of his skill set. But I do believe Nick Sirianni, you just don't make 5 out of 5 playoff appearances for your first 5 times, your first 5 years of coaching. That just doesn't happen overnight.
Okay.
You can have all the talent in the world, but you have to manage them at some point. I think he's done a good job.
Okay, you have to manage personalities when you're the CEO. Look what J.J. Redick has done, managing the personalities on this Lakers team. Look what the Rams do. Again, managing personalities. It's a culture. The Dodgers, managing personalities, huge part of Dave Roberts' job. Why is Nick Sirianni falling short? And again, the results on the field, obviously Super Bowl, et cetera, but why does he not have a control over the organization or a control over the culture?
Can we just say that it's pretty much been one main guy who has been the one person he hasn't really got a sole control over, and it's A.J. Brown? Everybody else on our Eagles team, what reports have you seen them come out with, them feuding? With,
but why
there's 12 sources
why are there 12 sources coming out against Jalen?
Man, look, all those sources, man,
they're
what
people
are we
in the
doing?
organization.
What are we doing, man? One of the sources could be Kevin Patullo, who was already on his way out and is in Miami right now. Come on, man.
I have a question for you, DeAndre. Do you think Big Dom isn't doing his job properly?
I
think it's all Big Dom.
Hold on. Look. Out of everyone, there's no Big Dom slander. Big Dom controls.
Well, but he needs to get these sources, these rats, under control.
And he probably will. Heading into the season, he will get everything under control.
Look,
I'm telling you, the narrative with Jalen Hurts, the bad body language, and that he called the 4 verticals play.
He called the 4 verticals play.
I mean, what are we doing, man? Just stop. Honestly, if you want to just make it solely about him, then that's wrong, because the Eagles team as a whole was bad.
Here's what I think. Eagles fans kind of suck. They kind of suck. I mean, seriously, you can't do any right by them.
No.
I mean, the Super Bowl is already forgotten in Philadelphia. They're like, what's next? When do we get the next one? It's like, it's greedy, and they are unbelievably critical.
That's the beautiful thing about that, though.
You think that's beautiful?
Yeah, it is, because just because you win one, okay, cool. Give me another one. And add another one. It's an expectation that you have to live up to in the Philadelphia
What were your
fan base.
growing up days in Philadelphia like, DeAndre?
So I did not grow up in Philadelphia.
I know. How did you adopt the team?
So I adopted a team, and this is a true story.
Okay.
My first actual video game for NFL was Madden. And Madden 06, and it was Donovan McNabb on the cover. And at the time, we had no team in L.A.
And I'm sure McNabb was great in the game.
Oh, McNabb was excellent. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the game.
Yep.
And then, I just fell in love with the Eagles because I was like, a very, very memorable moment.
There you go.
In that game.
It's interesting. I've got 10 sources so far. I'm working on a piece about you, DeAndre Hawkins. Right? So unnamed people within the building all have comments about you, so stay tuned.
I will. All right. Appreciate that.
You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Coming up next for you, Super Crosstalk, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Your Lakers.
60 points for Luka Doncic.
Your season, your home.
And some history for Luka Doncic as he becomes the first player since Kobe Bryant to score 60 points in a Lakers uniform.
Follow Luka Doncic, the Lakers, and every moment of the Lake Show.
Luka puts up an impossible 3, and it goes! Luka's got 58!
On the home of the purple and gold.
ESPN LA.
Cappy, when I walked into the Vision Works Brea store, I immediately thought, this is too easy.
I know. And the frames are organized by shape and by price, so you don't have to go digging around. Now, Chris, I had the same experience at VisionWorks in Santa Ana.
Seriously, why go anywhere else but VisionWorks? Their 100-day guarantee gives you peace of mind, so if you change your mind, for any reason, just bring them back.
Buy one, get one free.
Simple scheduling, simple shopping. VisionWorks makes it simple.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo, 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 woo. Travis Rogers is here, and Beto Duran is in for DeMarco today. How about that?
Yeah.
That's an afternoon show for
and
you.
And Bergman's with us today.
Oh,
yes,
God.
indeed.
You let him in.
I don't know.
Oh,
he's in charge now, so he can
that's right.
put
He
himself
can put himself
in there.
wherever he wants.
That's
exactly
right. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Greg Bergman today.
So how about, man, the guy's just, it's insane. It's honestly, it's just, what he's capable of is just astounding.
Bronny?
Yes,
yeah.
Hey, he played in the second quarter. That's astounding.
Yes,
exactly
That's
right.
astounding that Bronny's playing in the second quarter.
It is.
It is like nothing we've ever seen, and I don't know if I've ever seen an athlete that just decides he wants to do something, and we all just say, okay, it's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Like to just decide, I'd like to do 50-50 and go do it. To just decide that I think I would like to pursue a Cy Young because it's one of the few things I haven't done. And I don't know if he's the odds-on favorite, but he's on the short list.
What's interesting is he is right now the longest he has the longest active scoreless inning streak in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I saw that.
22 2/3 innings. He also has the longest active on-base streak in Major League Baseball, 36 games. Are you kidding me?
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I try to enjoy it while it's happening. I try not to take it for granted. I try to enjoy every at-bat. Like when he came up in, the bottom of the 8th inning last night, when they put those extra couple of runs on the board, and you're like, okay, they're going to pitch to him here because the game's more or less over.
Right.
And they actually threw him a couple of cookies, and he missed them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, what's going on? It's like, well, it's not. You don't get to hit a home run every time.
Yeah, no,
like,
he missed it on purpose.
Yeah,
right. Probably did. Probably did.
It was crazy.
No, it's now. Did you hear the last night was? You didn't go, did you?
No.
No.
I was at the Bronny game.
Bronny game. Oh yeah, they call it the Bronny game now.
If you live in Ireland, man, he's so exciting.
So the Yoshi bobblehead was last night. And
looks
it's
cool.
In honor of Yamamoto and of course the Mario Brothers character because there's a movie coming out this weekend. And a buddy of mine called in earlier. He was very upset because he went on the Dodgers website and he bought tickets for $165 direct from not secondary market, direct from the team. Got there an hour early. No bobblehead.
Yeah.
And apparently what goes on too is now they're saying if you pay an extra $42, you get early entrance and you're guaranteed the bobblehead.
Okay.
So not only do you have to spend $165 on the ticket, in order to get in early, you got to spend another $42 for early entry.
Has your friend never heard of the Dodgers?
No, he's
never been to a bobblehead.
He's like,
this is nothing new, Mace.
But
there's a premium to get in early for the bobblehead. That's not new.
It used to be just for season ticket holders. Now there's another. It's just like at Disneyland when you pay for the fast pass.
Right, but don't I have to pay $165 for the ticket and then $42 for the get in early?
You didn't have to pay for $165. You could have bought the cheapest ticket available.
Yeah, I just don't get why they don't make enough bobbleheads.
Because of this,
they're
the
doing
demand.
They're doing it with Shohei bobbleheads. Why would they not do it?
Everybody gets the Shohei
Yes,
one,
everybody
right?
gets the Shohei.
Yeah,
Why would everybody not get the Yoshi?
It sucks, but that's just, it's nothing new now. It's been going on for a couple years now. If you go to a Dodger game as a bobblehead, you have to get there early. You take the day off, and you want to be the first one there. That's part of the deal.
But if you
and
get
it says
there,
it there first 40,000, right?
An hour early, yes. And you still strike out, that's a drag. Like, I get if you show up in the second inning, then you weren't one of the guys there. But
Look, this is the richest organization in professional sports. Why not get 50,000 instead of 40,000?
Because then the other 3,000 people will complain because it's 53,000.
So you get one for every ticket.
Somebody's going to complain no matter what.
No matter what.
Get one for every
stadium
ticket.
should get one.
If you bought
every
a ticket,
ticket,
you showed up. You should get a bobblehead.
Yeah,
But then this
I'm
is
with
the
you.
smart marketing. This is why Guggenheim has all those houses on all that money. Because, hey, let's make a premium. Everybody's going to buy it.
But spend the extra $42 just makes me crazy.
I'll spend the extra $42 not to get there 2 hours before the game. If I can get there in the second inning and know I have bobblehead guaranteed, I'll pay for that.
Okay.
That's
a good deal.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
But I think, look, 40,000 versus 53,000. In a city of 3 million people, having 53,000 of these things out in circulation is
It's not that big of a deal, but it's somebody's got to pay for it, right? It's not the Dodgers. It's whoever's sponsoring it.
Right.
And the agreement that
Mario
they
Brothers movie,
right?
I would imagine.
Again, it suck. Absolutely.
If you're doing 40, what's 53?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I know the answer is 25% more, but it's still just all right. Make 25% more.
It does suck, but it's been going on for a few years. We know the deal with this. Any Dodger event, you got to get there early. Anytime with Ohtani, you got to get there early.
But are we not allowed to rail against it to try to get the
we
big
should dream of a better
baseball
world.
to change? Yeah, let's.
Well, what does Ireland say? Go to an Angel game.
Sure, everything's available.
Nobody
there.
has to do that.
No.
That's cruel and unusual.
No,
We have the Fourth Amendment, don't
Nobody
we?
should be desperate.
I
about
haven't
that.
gone since Ohtani left the Angels.
Is that right?
Yeah, when I started driving when I was 16, I'd go to an Angel game every single year because it was cheap and it was easy to get in. And I was like, that's a cool streak I got. Almost 30 years, and Ohtani stopped playing. I don't know. And there's no reason to go now. And I'm a baseball guy.
Yeah,
they're 3-3. They're hot.
They're on a roll.
Good.
Come on now, Mike Trout, baby.
Kurt Suzuki, baby. That's all you need right there.
1 year deal, Kurt
Yeah.
Suzuki.
He'll be at Fullerton next year.
They hired a lame duck.
It's unreal.
It's so stupid. And by the way, it's super cheap just because they know there's going to be a lockout, so they won't have to pay a manager during the lockout.
Again, when you're talking Major League
boy,
Baseball, though,
Michelle.
and the prices, you're still going to embarrass yourself like that. How much does Kurt Suzuki make? $1 million?
Maybe.
$2 million?
Maybe.
He's probably one of the cheapest.
Well, sure, he agreed to win. Give him an extra deal. It's $1 million. You're not going to miss it,
right?
You know what I mean? And
Because
I
if
get
somebody's
it.
a lame duck, then players look at you differently, right?
Why would
those players are lame ducks.
I guess there are a lot of 1 year deals on that team.
But what are you telling your fans? What
are
are
you telling them that winning isn't among the
top
five?
five? Might be number 6.
Not in the top five.
Might
It
be
is
number
six.
It might be number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do your product is mediocre. You're not trying to improve it. Your management structure doesn't make any sense. It's like what?
Yeah, I know.
Why
would I
would
do
20,000 there no matter what?
Their billboards
guess.
say great seats, great prices.
Yeah, they're doing the Clipper now because I see it on the 405.
Oh, do they advertise?
Look who's
Oh,
coming
I see.
in. Look who's coming in. Look at the bobbleheads we got. Hey, you're an ESPN employee now, huh?
I am.
You're
officially.
a cast member.
I'm officially a cast
All
member
right.
today.
You're
Thanks.
taking
Why
the
don't you have a
Disneyland?
name tag?
What? Oh, no, seriously, I have.
Let's go.
Do you really?
He's
have
got
a
the
name
silver
tag?
pass.
Not the new one, but Bergman gave me this after a year or so.
Oh,
I got
okay, that's a nice
Yeah.
honor.
There you
Yes,
go.
Excellent.
Where do you make magic, Marcus?
Oh, I love that.
That threw me off so badly when I first heard that because I'm like, that's between my wife and I. Where are you at? I was so thrown off. It took me a second.
They always ask, too.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
when
they
you-
have to.
Oh, is that
It's
the
part of the
rule?
policy.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Whenever you show your company Disney badge at Disneyland or one of the resorts, where do you make magic? It's like McDonald's will say,
Yeah.
how may I help you? Not can I help you?
Yeah.
Right? Those are the details.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, ESPN.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, you're washed over here, bro. We're not Imagineers.
We're not Imagineers.
I didn't design the Matterhorn.
I have not been to Disneyland in 30 years.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't
30
need to.
years.
You're just good?
I took my niece there years ago. It was great. They had a parade and there were some fireworks.
They still
and there was
do?
a castle and
Hey, they send
she
you.
met a princess.
They still do.
They send you passes, right?
You get the coupons and stuff in the mail, right?
I still get the passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you forward them over?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get 6 of them, so let's go.
I get 6 of them.
They're worth more than a Yoshi bobblehead.
Guaranteed entry.
They are very valuable
Okay.
commodities.
How much is it to get into
300
Disney?
for the
Yeah.
park hopper.
$300.
Yeah,
the park
it's
hopper, yeah.
expensive.
What I learned is also that it doesn't matter when you go. You can go an hour before closing. It's the same price.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They
No
do not
dynamic
discount
pricing.
it, no matter what.
Parking is $40 no matter what.
Yeah.
Cheaper than Dodger game.
You show your magic card.
Oh,
though,
I
you
know.
get
It's
it. Yeah.
free. Oh, that's the only reason
Free
I go.
parking.
It's free.
Yeah,
Free
yeah.
Free parking.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
What do you guys got cooking today?
Mason Plus.
Mason Plus.
Yeah.
You can get it on the ESPN LA YouTube
Bobby
channel.
Moynihan this week.
Bobby Moynihan.
Who's that?
Very, very funny. Bobby Moynihan from SNL and from the Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. You know him in a second. He plays drunk uncle on SNL. The drunk,
seen him.
I know
inappropriately
Manolo.
racist
Wait, no, who's the
uncle.
Latino guy?
Marcelo Hernandez.
I know
We're
him.
working
He's
on
funny.
him. He's very
And I know
funny.
the Weekend Update guys.
They're very funny. Have you watched the British SNL?
No.
There is a brand new British Saturday Night Live.
It's only been going for like a month, right? It's pretty new.
It's Tina Fey hosted the first one, and this last week was Jamie Dornan. Riz Ahmed is hosting this week. It is really interesting to see because it's SNL. It's the exact format: Weekend Update, musical act, sketches, all that stuff.
Oh, this guy, yeah. Oh, he's funny.
But it is it's incredible because you don't quite know what they're thinking. By them, I mean what's funny there is not necessarily funny here.
Does it translate? Did you laugh?
It does translate enough, but I don't want it to ever be like USA SNL.
No.
I want it to have that flavor. So, like, for example, the very first sketch with Tina Fey on the show was their prime minister is a guy named Keir Starmer.
Okay.
So they had somebody doing Keir Starmer. It was very fun. It was just like SNL, but the UK version. You should check it out. It's on Peacock. It is excellent. You're not an SNL fan, are you? Missing out.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Not really.
Funniest guy on there right now is Marcelo Hernandez.
Yeah, I watch his show and then the Weekend Update. I watched
stand-up. Did you watch his stand-up
Yeah, it was
special?
good.
He's really
Is
funny.
it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
really
good.
funny.
But yeah, the SNL, the Weekend Update, I watch it on YouTube, and that's about it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and
I
then
think that's how most people watch SNL now. It's just the social media clips.
The better stuff shows up quickly on your algorithm.
Yeah, no question. No question. All right, hey, you guys have fun. We're back tomorrow. Ireland will be here from OKC tomorrow, so we'll be getting ready for Lakers OKC. Huge test for the Lakers tomorrow night. Marcus Grant, thank you very much.
Good to be here.
Good to see you. See you soon.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to